Ford Video Guy Studio in Salina, Kansas, it's McArthur Live with Tim Bartz and Sarah Davis. For all the information on ordering and production, Ford news, recalls, debunking all the fake news on social media, and whatever's on their mind, here's your hosts, Tim and Sarah. Welcome in to all of our friends that are on here with us. So thank you very much for watching and for listening. If you're listening to the podcast, we are recording this as a podcast as well. I think we're up to episode 165 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yes, something like that. So welcome in, and hopefully you're going to join us. And hopefully, if you did see the title, we're going to talk Bronco, of course, because the 2025 model year order bank has opened as of this afternoon. Still don't have prices, but we're going to talk about Bronco news and changes, and a little more than what I thought and expected. There's some things that it may not look like it. Okay, we got a new strop Bronco that hopefully you get a chance to see my video this morning and to read the article, the blog post that I put out, as well as did see the freewheeling last week. I was actually in Las Vegas, so I didn't get a chance to record a video, but I did post a blog post about that as well with some images and all that. So we knew those were coming. And some other things, and there are some significant changes, especially to the Big Bend. I think they really they did some stuff. And if you're out there and you want a two-door, you don't have many options. We're going to talk about that. We'll get into a rant and talk about what you guys think, and I really want your guys' input on this. So I'm hoping the Bronco, if you guys are out there and you're in the Bronco community, post this live stream to the Bronco 6G and tell them we're in here discussing Bronco and everything. We're going to talk about that later. We're also going to get drop in. We're going to talk. The Ranger also dropped today too, both of them. Ranger didn't have as many changes. We do have a new black appearance package for the Ranger that we didn't have before. But other than that, not a lot of changes. They dropped navigation altogether.
Yeah,
I noticed that. No built-in. There was a built-in nav for 3 years that you got. They on some of the different packages, they dropped it all together. We'll talk more about what the changes on that too, and then we'll get into Rebelle Rally. See how people are doing. I know that it's been fun. I like to catch up on the live streams. They have a little work to do on their live streams. Have you noticed that? Have you checked any of them out? If I get in there right away, if I don't watch it recorded, there's been a couple episodes where, especially in the evening episode, where there's a lot of dead air for minutes, like 10 minutes. So, and again, they're out there in the boonies. They're out there in the dunes and everything with you're just using Starlink, and I think that's been inconsistent for them a little bit, but anyway, so I'm sure they're doing the best they can, but I still would love to go and be a part of the media team. I think I could bring something to the team. Anyway, we'll get into all that today. So I'm really looking forward to today's episode. Stuff going on right now and happening. So because next week we'll have mach-e order banks open up for 25, as well as Expedition. Both of those will open up next week. So we'll have even more information. We got, all these order guide videos that need to go out and everything. So pretty busy. So anyway, so that's what we got in store. So how did your weekend go? You guys went out. You went to Kansas City this weekend.
we did. We went to an apple orchard and got to pick our own apples. So they say in a quarter of a bushel, a single bag, they do a bushel is 4 bags. So in one bag, you should get 25 to 30 apples. We got 37.
Wow.
Well,
are they small apples or you just good pickers?
Good pickers. No, well, and the boys ate 3 while we were at the orchard.
Well, the song "A Bushel and a Peck." So your mom was talking about. Well, we got a bushel and we got a peck, and I'm like, I'm hearing a song here.
Yeah, anyway. But we split a bushel 4 ways. Yep.
So I'm sure you guys had fun. I stayed here for the Blacktop Classic car show. 110 vehicles showed up. That was one of the most we've had. We were supposed to have Jack Rouse Jr. was supposed to be here, but he got sick and wasn't able to come. So, but they still showed up even after they knew that he wasn't coming. So we put it out there to them. So, but it was a good show and a lot of classic cars out there and a lot of cool cars.
I think Carlisle, Pennsylvania is the biggest all Ford car event, and in the nation. But they've been going for years.
Yeah.
And they do multiple different car shows throughout the summer. So I think right now, 110 is our biggest number, but it's because we are continually doing it every single year.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yep.
Same weekend, consistency.
Yep. The biggest that we had was 130, and that's when Jack Roush was here. So anyway, so I think this might be the second highest since then. So anyway, so it was fun. It was fun seeing people too and talking and chatting with some people here. And yeah. All right. What else is going on? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Streaming. Don't forget about make sure you're subscribed, bell notification turned on for any Ford content you're wanting. If you're new watching this for the first time, check that out. We'll get into scheduling news and everything here in just a little bit. Talk about some order banks when they're closing, when some are opening. And then we'll go over some of the order guides, the Ranger Bronco. We talked about that. Recalls, a couple of recalls as well. So anyway, plus there's a cool video that I think is fun that we won't play in there because it's kind of long, but Jimmy Fallon did. If you guys didn't see that video, we're gonna put it. We're gonna put it in the link. We'll put it in the show notes as well. People want to check out that video, but it's kind of fun raising a baby Bronco. It's talking about Bronco off radio. So Ford is like, you know what, dealers, you're not getting the news out well enough. We're gonna get Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show to get some skit together to get the news out and the word out that there's Bronco off radio available. Because yeah, so I'm like, they're resorting to anything they can to get people to go to Bronco off radio because it is really cool and it's really special. You need to make sure you go. But yeah, we'll talk about that. Ooh. I plan on doing a video today on the changes to the Bronco. I didn't like how I did with the video, so I decided I'm going to reshoot it tomorrow. And we'll also remind people about the Bronco off rodeo that we're giving free complimentary expense there for travel and stuff like that we're doing as when you get a Bronco from us. So something special. So
yeah,
cool. And I think you guys will like the pricing we're doing as well. So all right, let's see what else we got. Membership, right?
Yeah.
People want to come a member. Maybe before we do that, we'll get into that in just a second. But you know, we like to do a special segment around here. Make sure you get the right one. Special segment. What's in Tim's cup?
Yes.
What's in Sarah's? Sarah, you got a nice little Halloween one there.
I do. It's so cute.
You can guess what's in Sarah as well as what's in Tim's because you can't see neither one of them. And you got two.
I do.
So A and B. Anyway, so you can go ahead and guess what's in our cup. So it's always fun, and Niles brought that in, and it's a lot of fun. So yes, do that. And while we chat about membership here, go post those comments down in there. Let's see here. If you want to become a member,
it's right there. It's that join button beside the subscribe button. Let's see. And if you're an iPhone user, you have to do things a little bit differently. You have to go to your web browser, go up to the little A and big A and request desktop browser. At that point, you should be able to see it. Our members get member-only content, so they get a lot walk each week. We usually go live. We use it kind of like as a blog, so we'll post special videos for our members and to the members. Our members also get the color-coded names. So green is a member, blue is our moderators, and then they get badges beside their names as well.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like RagnaRCon just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, RagnaRCon.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and then we have a few new members as well, and we'll
you know what?
Check them out.
Here, I need to do this. All right. Well,
and you get to do super chats without having to pay for a super chat and special emojis.
There you go. All right. So are you ready to do membership shoutouts?
Yeah. And I didn't tag them. I'm trying without tagging and just reading from the bottom and going up.
All right.
trying in a new way. So we do have Douglas Blair. 1 second. There we go. So we do have Douglas Blair here, and he posted Blue Oval Bronco. So those are two icons that I put in there. We have, of course, RounderCon is here, and he posted some fun comments. Woohoo! Bronco Day and Ranger, but mostly Bronco. We do have Douglas Blair here saying Tim's Rants. A new member, Brian212.
Oh, yes. Because of the new people that are now with us.
Yes. And there's another one.
I think he gifts it and then they have to accept it. So
no, well, those 5 memberships, yes. But Brian212 had subscribed before he gifted.
Oh, okay.
Along with Rob Hallmark.
Yes. Now I've seen Rob at Bronco Supercell events. He was in Colorado. So we had a chance to chat and talk Colorado. So yeah, Rob's a good follower there. So
okay. We have, let's see.
I think Ford. Somebody asked about gifting memberships.
Yes, so it would be down, and I can see down my screen. You have the the chat bar and emojis in there, and then you have engage. Well, sorry, that one's mine. How do you do that? Because I should be able to do that since I'm a member. No. Do. You know what?
Ragged Con, I'll have to tell you since you just did it.
Yeah.
I think it's down there with the plus or the little $sign. So
see, and I'm a moderator.
Since we're moderators, we probably can't do that. So
yes. So we do have Ridgeview in here, our wonderful moderator, greeting everyone into our chat for us. We also have Midcoast Maine. Midcoast Maine is trying to get, Mabstim is trying to get Ridgeview to go to Carlisle because Midcoast Maine will not be able to go. It's the $sign. Okay.
Yeah, we just can't see it. All we can see is the milestone because we can't.
Yep. We have Misty is here tonight. Got her Moose 2023 2-door wall track. Alan is here, you guys. Oil changed at Gresham Ford and had a great experience.
Cool.
Our Quib is here. Let's see. Vols 44. His area of Missouri is known for black walnut harvesting in the fall.
Didn't know that. And they're right next door to us.
Yeah. A super chat from Mike Lyons. He's been a member for 6 months. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here on this fine Tuesday. We also have Ford.
It's been 6 months already. It feels like that wasn't that long ago.
I know. We also have Ford Enthusiast, who's been a member for 18 months.
Cool.
Evening, everyone. Go Team 200.
Yes, that's Melissa's team. Melissa
yes.
And Karen. Is it Karen?
I think so.
Yes, they got some catching up to do. So we'll see how we'll look in and see how they're doing later. The results should be in here in a little bit.
We also have Brandon Jones and Chris here, and Donald and Francis. Cranberry harvest in New England. Yes. I think I still like my tagging the members, piling them up. Archie has been planning the family Caribbean cruise for June 2025. They have 35 family members going.
Aren't we in his family? Oh, Henry's in here.
Yep, Henry. I heard you got a new truck.
Yeah.
All right. Should we head on?
Excited for he's probably here for that Bronco news. Yes. So we'll move on. All right. Also, something just to kind of let you know, we do have merch available. And if you are wanting to get some merch, the link is down in the description. or the show notes of this.
Yes, and that
Um,
includes Maverick Meetup 2024 merch if you were looking for that.
Yes. This week, October 17th to the 22nd, there's 20% off everything. So, and it's starting to get cold around here. So if you're like me, like, hey, I might need that Ford Video Guy jacket, you can go in there and get it if you want.
I need to get new.
The merch is actually there for Sarah and I too. We can wear Ford Video Guy stuff for our family.
Do they have the long sleeve polos?
I don't know.
Because that's what I need.
Well, you could order them, but I don't have them in there. So.
But I can go add them?
Yes, probably. Can.
Okay.
Anyway, and if you're seeing something you wondered if we had, then there's a lot of things in there it could add. So just let us know and we can add it. Yeah. And then also don't forget about checking out our website, FordVideoGuyMedia.com. I'm posting blog posts in there as news happens throughout the week. Between now and then, I'll be posting those articles in there. So definitely check that out. I had an article on the freewheeling last week when that went live while I was in Vegas. I stayed up one night and did that. Actually, that was the night of the implosion event last week. If you're members of ours, you saw the implosion. I was at the Vegas during the when the Tropicana was imploded, and I was actually right next to it, which is crazy. So I was able to get real. Well, I didn't see a really good view because a really good view would be up high down at it, but I had a view at ground level right over the little sheet that was just on the other side. And yeah, it was interesting. So if you're a member, check out the videos that I did under the member content. I think hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So it's just a little bit of a little vlogging of that and to what it's like after the implosion and having that stuff all over all the cars. Anyway, so that was fun. But anyway, blog, check out our website for that if you want to stay. And I think you can subscribe to the blog page, and so that when a new blog is put in there, that you get notified. I think so you can always go in there and join. I don't think it costs anything. Anyway, but also this last week we did video on Monday was the Maverick Monday video, and then I did a video this morning on the Strop Bronco. I think I'm saying that right. Is that right? Strop Bronco. Anyway, that's pretty cool. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but also upcoming videos. Well, we're going to again go through the Bronco build and price, including new base trim. Well, not new. Base trim is back. We'll do that and Ranger as well. So that's coming up. So, all right. And don't forget about our channels, because I think that especially RagnarCon has a special video coming hopefully soon. So definitely want to check out his channel. We have those linked in the description of the show notes as well as in the video. So check out him, All Train Nation as well. Allie, her channel, she did another video. I don't know if she's in tonight or not, but she did a video. Check out her channel as well. She's doing more and more videos. Yeah, and then check her out on social media too. So, but yeah, all good stuff there. And then I'm sure there's some other channels that listen there, including Bird Dog Overland and Off-Road. I think it's Bird Dog Off-Road now. Anyway, check that out. A lot of fun channels in there that we like to follow. Let's see. See what else. Yes. Oh, there you go. What's in Tim's cup? Mountain Dew water. Do you know what's in my cup? Oh yeah, you did watch me pour it in, didn't you?
Do you know what's mine?
No, I don't.
Probably can't tell.
I can't tell. Anyway, there you
go. I'll give you a hint. It's green.
Have they guessed yet? All right. Anyway, we'll keep doing that. We'll do. We'll give you one last chance to vote on what you think it is, and you got a good dealer moment.
I do. I went ahead and got that pulled up.
We'll do good dealer moment, and we'll do a mail call here. We got some patches, and mine are on. I think mine are on the way. He said they were going to be shipped out on Saturday, so I'm hoping he's supposed to be in the U.S. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. I did ask for a tracking number, but didn't get a reply. So we're not having the best results here at Long McArthur. Well, I shouldn't say Long McArthur. Sarah and I with different patch companies. Sarah went with one that I did that did a really good job, and not so good job that she felt like on that. So anyway, we're still working on companies
After
we really want.
A 2.5 month wait, it was not what I was expecting.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. All right. Go ahead. Good dealer moment.
Did you flash up the?
Well, sure.
All right. This is Gray Danix in Brandon, Mississippi. Steve and Chandler were the sales associates. Our family has purchased 4 vehicles from this duo. Courteous, friendly, helpful, honest, and down to earth. They'll always have our business. So Steve and Chandler at Gray Danix. It's Danieks.
There you go.
In Brandon, Mississippi.
All right. What was in the cup? All right. Okay. So
There's Niles.
there's Niles.
Howdy, is
We're about
anyone
ready.
rowdy?
We've got a poll going, Niles. Got to vote.
There's our
What do you think's in the cup?
moderator / aftermarket specialist. So if you have any
Yep.
aftermarket questions, let him know.
He's in there. All right. Should we go through patches that we've gotten, and then as people vote on what's in our cup?
Yeah.
I see that the winner right now, Mountain Dew. We'll see if that stays the winner. All right. First off, this one here came today from Brian Foster, one of our members. He's in California. He sent us patches and stickers of his Bronco. Pretty cool. 2 of them. So 2 for me, 0 for Sarah. No, I'm kidding. I think that was supposed to be for you. So here's a sticker of his Maverick.
I like these. That's really cool.
Got to make sure it focuses in. And then his patch looks really cool too. So we'll get that put up as well. So we'll get those up on there. I've already taken pictures, so
yes, I watched you take one picture.
All right. So a couple others here. Some of these I need to keep because I need to send out patches to them. So this here is a couple guys that I met at Bronco Supercell, Colorado, that we weren't able to connect for some reason. We both were really busy. Chris and Chase, or Tyler. Sorry, Tyler Chase is his name. So anyway, so Chris and Tyler, and so that's their Bronco OJ there. So there's the patch. There you go. And you got a sticker to go along with that there. So pretty cool there. And then also he's part of the Colorado or Mile High Bronco Club, which I'm a member now. And he sent me a patch because I'm a member of that. So I'll probably replace that on my bag. I'll probably put that on my bag instead of mine, and a sticker as well with his Bronco on it. Kind of cool. So we'll get those up. And this is, hey, Tim, thanks for the swap. Let us know when you're in Colorado next, and we'll meet up. So that's really cool about the Mile High Bronco Club. If you're going to be in the area, if you're wanting to go off-roading, you can put it in their Facebook page and say, hey, I'm wanting to go, and they will do that. So anyway, so that's pretty cool. So I need to keep this one because I think I need to send that.
Let me know too.
Them patches, so they're pretty cool. Anyway, I'll probably put that patch in my bag.
I know, but I'm saying let me know what that one is, because I'll send one of mine back too.
Oh yeah. All right, and this next one is from Marge the Braptor, and I could have swore that we've swapped before, or not. We did send, right? It just took a little while for theirs to get here, but they sent patches. The Bronco, Marge the Braptor, and the one with the state, which is really fun too as well. So anyway, we'll get those up there, and then I think I already sent. I'm gonna put these off the side just to make sure. I'm not sure which one of those we'll put on there because I'm running out of room. So I have to decide if I want to do the Bronco or the state, because do I have a Texas up there? We might have to do the Texas.
You do have a Texas.
Well, we might have to get a separate one just for states because I got another Texas one that just right here. So this in here is from Laura from Texas as well.
Here, we'll put this one up, and then you can get a separate one for the states, and we'll take them off of here. And
there you go. All right. So yeah, just put them both up. Well, yeah. All right. So, thanks for this. Thanks for swapping. Keep having great adventures, Laura. And Pepe. Hers is Pepe the Bronco. So here's a sticker of the Bronco. It's a 2-door. Just saying, throwing that out there. So there's a sticker, and then this is the patch. Oh wait, here's a smaller one. Put that one up.
Oh.
Sometimes I gotta save room. Sorry. And then here's their patch, which looks really cool too. So.
Let me see if that one will fit.
Yep. We're gonna have to get.
Oh, I
on.
actually remember seeing this one.
So, and there's a couple of stickers.
I actually.
Have you traded with them?
Yeah, probably will. I actually remember
Little
watching
sticker.
the patch company make this one. They used this one as a video on how they make it.
Yeah. And then I like the little adventure stickers that they also sent. And then Broncos of South Texas. I might be reaching out. To Laura here because we want to do. We got Chris, who's I think actually in the chat tonight. They just opened up the 2025 dates, and we got to get signed up. And when I go down, I want to do some. We're going to take the Bronco, and I want to do some off roading with a group down in Texas. So I might have to get connected with them down there, so that we can do that. So. That must go right. Oh, and then put this one over here. All right, keep that one because I can't remember if I traded with them or not. And lastly, we got Jackie here. Jackie's from California.
Ooh, we don't see too many California ones.
There we go. And there's some cool extra stickers in here. It says, "Hello from California. Thank you for swapping. Cheers to more Bronco adventures. Jackie and Merlin the Bronco." I love how people name their Bronco.
Merlin?
And I haven't named mine.
You need to ask Mom.
I don't know if that's a wrap on there.
Oh, okay. Yep, I traded with her. Jackie G.
And then their sticker. It looks just like it. And then I love the little Bronco holographic stickers. I like this one. That's pretty cool. That's probably going to end up on a mug. A little Bronco, glittery Bronco look. Pretty cool. I like all the extra stickers. So,
where's your sticker?
I need to get this up.
I know hers is pretty large.
Large and in charge. All right. Yeah, and then we'll get these patches later. I'm probably going to make a separate one just for the Broncos and then a different one for the Broncos with the different backdrop. They're pretty cool, but it's the second.
No, it's separated.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of double-sided tape will fix it.
There you go. So those that want to swap with us, like I said, my patches are hopefully on their way here. I was told that Saturday they were shipping. So hopefully they'll be here soon. Yeah, put that one up there. And don't forget about, okay. I was like, don't forget about Brian's over there. And I'm like, oh yeah, those are yours. There you go. All right. So I don't put my patches on my roof. Like some people put them on the roof of their vehicle, and I don't do that because for one, I don't have a hard top. For two, I always put my cloth top down. So there you go. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna be going. We're gonna hit. We're gonna take some time, spring break time, and go down to Texas. So I saw Chris's comment there. Yep. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. We're probably going to go over there and hit wine country as well while we're there because that's not too far away from there. In fact, that's probably where we're going to stay. Campground. Anyway. Okay. You going to figure it out there? All right. So there's that. All right.
I made them all fit.
Anything else? All right. So I do have, did they vote? Here, let's close this voting. End poll. So
Mountain Dew won.
Majority Mountain Dew won. 56% Monster Mocha. Okay. I did drink one of those earlier today. G Fuel and water. Yeah.
So water. I put those choices in.
Yes. So it is a Mountain Dew.
So then S. Walt said Mountain Dew for you, Baja Blast for me. Vol said, I'm going to go on a different limb with Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And yeah, that's what I had. So you had
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
What'd you have?
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
They know us too well. That's funny.
Although mine's 0 sugar. I had to taste.
It tastes like 0 sugar.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to get into a lot of fun here in just a little bit, talking about order banks and such like that. And but we're going to get into scheduling first. Hope you guys don't mind that. And any questions before we get into that? No. Any questions you see?
Not yet.
Not yet. Move this to the side.
Everyone's like, man, it tastes fine if you ignore the aftertaste, which really means you just have to keep tasting.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Actually, I don't think I need to do that because I don't think it shows my name. All right. Okay. So let's add this here. There we go. All right. Anything else? We're getting into scheduling.
No, let's keep
All right.
going.
This is going to be a fun week because we're going to talk about. This is the first week of scheduling for the allocations for October's allocations for those December and even January build dates in some situations. So, all right, let's get into this. Right there. All right, so we're gonna get into scheduling for this week, and this is we're into October, and this is gonna be the first week here for using those allocations for those October build date or the October's allocations for dealers for those December build dates. And there's some models that are going to be scheduling into January as well, but not this week. So we'll get in this and break this out. Of course, don't forget, we'll go over this information. I do actually have the last one I did was pre-recorded, was pretty good. I'll need to add that video in here so we can just have it run. But let's jump in and talk about scheduling information here that we need to know. So first off, the order bank, that is where the orders are placed. So when you order with a dealer, do a custom order with a dealer, that order is going to go into what they call the order bank. That is in our WebDo system, WBDO. And that's where all those orders are placed. A retail order is a customer placed order. Dealers will also put their stock orders in there as well. So those are orders placed by the dealer for stock or lot inventory. Now, when those orders are put in, the dealer gives it a priority code. That's a priority given to the orders by the dealer. It can be anything from an 03 to 19 stock or 20 to 80. When the lower, the better. So that's why, like, when the default is 19, when they place that retail order, if a stock order goes in there, the default is 80. Most dealers will put their own orders in as 20. The region will push in those stock orders that they want to put in there as 80s. So that way dealers know the difference in what those are. So, but you can do those. And the reason for prioritizing those is that if you have an order that's been in there a while, it's not scheduling, you can prioritize it lower. And so you make sure it kind of gets looked at before those other orders that maybe are newer orders. Scheduling, that is when Ford is going to schedule orders for production dates in the future months. That's what we're talking about here. They are scheduling. When we're talking about this, they're scheduling this week for production dates in the future. That's what we're kind of talking about. And we'll give dates on that. Hey, they're scheduled for these weeks. And that's when they're scheduled for those production dates. And first it'll get scheduled the week and then get closer to as it gets closer, they'll schedule it to the day. Now, allocations, that Ford gives dealers allocations to schedule the orders. The dealer needs an allocation to schedule an order in the order bank. No matter if it's a retail order or stock, it doesn't matter. To get it scheduled, the dealer needs an order, and they earn those allocations. They need allocations to schedule those orders. They earn those allocations from their sales volume of each different model. So each model, they can get a different number of allocations that they get. And then constraints, those are options that may be in short supply or take longer to build. Capacity, that's the planned production rate of a certain particular motor, trim sometimes, maybe even an option. And then job 1 and 2, Ford will split their production into 2 different jobs. If they want to introduce something and they're not ready for it at the launch, then they can bring it in halfway through as what they call job 2. And so they'll make some of those changes. We're seeing that with the Maverick, Bronco Sport, Bronco even this week. We're seeing that as well. And then balance out. That's the end of production or the balance out a particular model. Sometimes a model year, when they would say, hey, this is balancing out this week or whatever, that's what we mean there. So There we go. Now let's get into it. 25 model year Mustang. So the order banks are open up for the 25 model year Mustangs. There's currently 914 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. And they are scheduled this week for production dates for December 2nd through December 16th. Most of the factories are going to be closed like the last 2 weeks of December, just so you're aware of that. So there's a lot of models only scheduled in 3 weeks this month. And so that's why that you're seeing that. It does say retail scheduling only, and it says Dark Horse handling package won't be available until April 2025. So just if you're wanting that handling package, you're going to have to wait. The Mustang Night Pony package with the black painted roof is the only available for retail scheduling and is currently not eligible for stock dressing. So we're ordering. And then limit availability for the 19 by 9.5 inch front and 19 by 10 inch tarnished dark painted low gloss alloy wheel that's standard on the 600A and 700A. So there's that. All right. And then I don't think there's anything else on that. Nope. All right. Next model is a 25 model year Escape. The order banks are open up for the 25 model year Escape. And there's currently 279 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. They are scheduled this week for the same production dates, the week of December 2nd through the week of December 16th. And we talked about the week of the 16th. So that's going to be through that week. And they are doing retail scheduling only. A lot of times that first week, you'll see they want to schedule retails first. So usually what they'll do is they'll do if there's a dealer has 0 retail orders, they won't get anything scheduled that first week. So when I say retail scheduling only the retail orders are looked at. So they look for that. All right. I think that's all we have for Escape. All right. Next up is a 25 model year Bronco Sport. The Bronco Sport order banks are open up for the 25 model year. You can't order the Sasquatch packages. They just won't schedule yet. And so those are open. And there's currently 502 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the Bronco Sport. And they are scheduled this week for production weeks, the weeks of December 2nd through the week of December 16th. And retail scheduling only, just like the other models. And it does say, we encourage you to add the Black Diamond Off-Road package to your Big Ben orders for a better chance of scheduling. So a lot of people didn't know, but that Black Diamond Off-Road package on the Big Ben, they thought that was a late availability. It's not. It's actually scheduling now. That is a job one option there. So go ahead and place those if you want. And I think a lot of people don't realize that last year that included like 3 features, and it was just skid plates and a wheel on the tire, and that was it. This year it is totally different. It's a great package. Check out my videos on that if you want. It does say in here, please be aware that retail scheduling for the 25 model year Bronco Sport will start on. Oh, that's already happened. Anyway, it says it's supposed to retail schedule is supposed to start this week, but it actually already started last week, so I don't know what that's all about. All right. Does say update Sasquatch Outer Bank package and Badlands package will be Q1. I think those are going to probably start scheduling those next month. So they'll be probably for February build dates. It says job 2 will start in February. All right. Next up, 24 model year Bronco. So the order banks are open up for the 24 model year Bronco and the 25 model year Bronco. Those order banks opened up today with no pricing. So yeah, anyway, so if your dealer's like, I don't know how much it's going to be, they're not lying to you. The price lists are not available yet. So anyway, but they, let's see here, there is currently 665 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the 24 model year. And they are scheduling this week for 24 model year for production weeks 12/2 through 12/16, the week of. Raptor scheduling only this week. So if a dealer has a Raptor allocation, which we do, then they can get scheduled for those. And so they do need those commitment tomorrow for those retail non-Raptor orders within the open allocation as well. We have tons of allocation for Bronco for 24 model year. So if you watch today's video about that and you don't like the look of what the changes are for 25 model year, we have plenty of allocations for us. Not too late to get that order in. I think the order banks are going to open up for another at least week, if not 2 weeks, for 24 model year. So there's some overlap there. All right. Next up is the 24 model year Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E. Their order banks are open still for the 24 model year. It closes on October 23rd, and the 25 model year order bank opens up October 22nd. So in that case, you'd only have one day to figure out if you don't like the changes for 25 to order 24. But you can't order right now. There's currently only 34 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the Mustang Mach-E. They are scheduled this week for production dates 12/2 through 12/16. Retail scheduling only. This is balance out month for the end of production. They're stopping production at the end of the week of the 16th. So they're scheduling that out to wrap up the 24 model year. So you're aware of that. So they probably won't be scheduling next month because January build dates is what we're going to be looking for. Well, actually, they might. Anyway, so it does say in here, make sure you get your orders in. Yeah, if you're wanting a 24 model year. So this is, they're trying to balance out for the Mustang Mach-E for 24 model year. All right. Next up is the 25 model year Explorer. Order banks are open up for the 25 model year. There are currently 899 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank, and they are not scheduling this week. So no scheduling for the Explorer this week. That's it. That's all I have on that. 24 model year Expedition. The order banks are closed for the 24 model year, and they have not opened yet for the 25 model year. That should happen next week. So looking forward to that. No schedule this week. They have actually balanced out of the 24 model year Expedition, and they balanced it out with 211 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the 24. So those that had a leftover 24 are going to need to order a 25 if you want an Expedition. All right. Next up is the 25 model year Maverick. Order banks are open up for the 25 model year, and there's currently only 5,942 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the Maverick. They are scheduled this week for those production dates 12/9 through 12/16. So evidently they over ordered or scheduled too many the week before, and so those overlapped into the first week of December. So that's why we're seeing only 2 weeks they're going to schedule for there. Retail scheduling only this week. Again, only looking at those retail orders. Don't forget, Lobo version is not available yet, as well as they're not mentioning in here. Nobody's really mentioning it but me, I think, that the Pro Trailer Backup Assist and Hitch Assist, those are job 2 items. If you're expecting that, you're seeing media that has put out videos about it and everything else, including myself, that's a job 2. So if you wanting that on a Lariat or a Tremor, you have to wait to put in your order until job 2 order bank is open, that has not happened yet. Also, limited availability for the the front wheel drive, which is only available in hybrid. So limited availability there. And it even mentions limited availability for the XL trim. And that's for both all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. So didn't think that was actually limited to begin with, but with only 6,000 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank, even at 20%, they can build 17,000. What's 20% of 17,000? That's how many they should be able to take. So we should be good there. I wouldn't worry if you got an XL order whether or not it's going to get scheduled. The biggest thing is whether or not your dealer has an allocation based on how many orders they have. That would be the biggest take on that. All right, next up is the 24 model year Ranger. The order banks are closed for the 24 model year. They open today for the 25 model year with pricing. Pricing is available, and I think build and price on Ford's website is also available too. But we're talking about 24 model year for scheduling. There's currently 452 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the Ranger. They are scheduled this week for it says retail, non-Raptor scheduling only. Raptor includes both stock and retail for scheduling. So they might schedule some Raptors, but it could be stock Raptors. But for non-Raptors, it's going to be retail only scheduling this week. And they're scheduling for those first 3 weeks of December as well, 12/2 through the week of 12/16. And no really constraints listed there on that. All right. Next up is a 24 model year Super Duty. Order banks are closing tomorrow for a 24 model year. They are open for a 25 model year if you're wanting a 25, but they are closing tomorrow for a retail order for a 24 model year. And there's currently 9,402 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. So there you go. And they are scheduled this week for the Kentucky truck plant for the weeks of November 18th through December 9th, and the week in Ohio truck plant for the weeks of December 9th through the weeks of January 13th. This is balance out scheduling for the 24 model year, so they're going to try to get those last orders and get them all scheduled as best they can. It says in here, there's some stuff for dealers in here. Required orders, they're still trying to get dealers to put some required orders in. We have a bunch of F-250s in the 6.8 liter and the 7.3 liters, XLTs and the 7.3s all over a lot right now because they were required orders by Ford. So Ford really dealers don't want to take anymore. There are lots are lined full of the gas engines. What we really need is the diesels if Ford can make them. So limited availability for the F450, also limited availability for the crew cab, limited availability for the limited version, and then also limited availability for the lug nut cap that's included on the 17 and 18-inch Argent painted steel with the painted hub covers. Also the lug nut cap that's included on F250s and F450 pickup with four-wheel drive, single wheel on those F250s. And then also the dag wheel ornament that's included in the two-wheel drive, rear drive, or two-wheel drive for the single rear wheel with the black hub covers and the 10.5 axle. Also lug nut cap that's available on XLT and the Lariat F250 single rear wheel 4x4s with the 10.5 axle. So having some issues from the suppliers, it looks like, getting those lug cap nut caps. So that's an issue there. Also the 11 point, and it says X. I think I forgot to put the number in there. I think it's 11.5 axle size that's available on F250 and 350 is also limited. And then the power sliding rear window that's available in the crew cab and super cab is also limited availability for the Super Duty. So, all right. Next up is the 25 model year F-150. The order banks are open up for the 25 model year. And they are there's currently 3,103 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the F-150. They are scheduled at the Dearborn truck plant for the week of 12/2, and they're scheduling there. No scheduling at Kansas City assembly plant, and they are needing some Raptor R orders and some Raptor orders at Dearborn, and they're also needing some hybrid, the 3.5 hybrid orders as well, so they can produce those trucks. And then limited availability for the 2.7 liter engine, 3.5 EcoBoost engine, as well as a 6-inch extended running boards that's included in the bed utility package. So there you go. All right, next up is the 24 model year Transit. Order banks are currently open for that. I believe they're closing soon because the 25 model year order banks are going to be opening up October 22nd. Looks like, and they are scheduled this week. There's currently 3,127 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank for the Transit, and they are scheduled this week for the week of December 2nd. Transit orders with the Transit Trail will not be selected for scheduling, and the Transit Trail orders with the dual rear wheel and the chrome HID headlights or black HID headlights will not be selected for scheduling. Well, okay, anyway. That's the same thing. And then limited availability for the 12-seat passenger configuration as well as your four-wheel drive. So there you go. There is that. So that's all the scheduling for this week. So again, if you're watching the recorded video, drop those comments down below and we'll get those answers as quick as we can. I try to do the best I can on Wednesdays and Thursdays answering those back. And if you're watching this live on our live stream, we can answer questions right now. So drop those down in the chat and we'll get to those. There we go.
All right. So they're wondering, how do order banks open with no prices?
I actually put in an order today for a strop Bronco, and it has 0 zeros for the numbers for the prices. They'll fill in the prices later. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on what that is. And I checked it right before the live stream, and it's still not in there. So I don't know. And the build-in price is not available on the Bronco, but it is available on the Ranger for the 25.
Yeah.
So that's why I recorded a video earlier of the changes, and it's kind of fun to actually pull up the build-in price to show, but it's not there. So it's like really awkward. And it's like, I don't have any kind of, I could throw B-roll on the new packages, but other than that, it's just me in front of a screen talking. So I'll re-record it tomorrow and figure out some things there. So
I like this comment. Strop is free.
It's limited availability, so nobody gets one. Yeah, we don't know. And what's funny is that the marketing information they gave to media was that it was a limited availability. Go to Ford.com to register. But if you go to Ford.com, you're not registering. What you're filling out is that you want information on it. That's it. Because it's supposed to be available. I think it's, it doesn't say it's a late availability on the order guide. So I think it's going to be like the limited edition. The Heritage Limited Edition was, where every dealer gets like one or two. I think that's what it's going to be like.
Right.
So we'll have to see there. So yeah, I put in an order for one, but I'll probably delete it. I like to go through the system and see if it's working. So I'll just put it under my name so I can see. But
yeah.
Usually just delete. I usually remove it later, cancel the order, because I did that with Lobo. I ordered a Lobo, but then I canceled it. I just want to see if it's working, because there's sometimes issues with the ordering system. But anyway, there you go. All right.
That's all I have.
No real questions? All right.
Someone did tell us that Team 200 is in the lead for X-Cross class at Rebelle.
For the week or for today? I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, that's our topic later. We can look it up.
Yeah, let's talk for later. But I'll try to have it ready here. All right, so there's that.
For the week.
Really? So they made a big. Now, has everybody done? Came in?
That's the question.
So that would mean that day 4 that they. Are we on day 4 or day 5? Day 4. Yeah, this is day 4. See, I don't know if that's true, because they only are ahead by 29 today, and they were behind by more than 30 going into today. So
here we go. Yep.
Yeah, they're still behind for the week, but only by 9 now, so they can make it up. That's awesome.
Yeah,
They had a good day. I had a feeling, because I heard they were going to go out on the dunes today. And I got a feeling that the Bronco Sport handles the dunes a little bit better than a Subaru does.
Yeah. Well,
Because
Melissa
they got that
likes
new,
the dunes too.
They got the new rally mode, and she was playing around with that, she said, in the interviews. I've been watching her interviews and everything. But
although this is standings, the standings overall, is that for the week?
If you go to standings, that's for the week.
Okay, she's currently at the top.
She's in second.
No, I'm looking at.
You go to X-Cross and you go to standings.
Yeah.
I see that she's at 713 points.
No.
And Carrie's at 722.
No.
Where are you seeing that?
Oh. Mine went to 2023. My bad, guys. I pulled up the standings for 2023.
Well, yeah. She won last year. Anyway, but the other team one I want to see is we're going to get into this in just a little bit, but Shelby Hall and them, they're doing pretty good. They're only 7 points behind right now. They're doing really good on that Bronco Raptor. And then there's another Bronco Raptor down here they're in 4th place. They're doing pretty good. And then there's another Bronco Wild Track, and that's another Ford performance team, I think. And then Laura, I don't say that. Anyway, they're in a Bronco Raptor, and I think they might be in a Ford performance team as well. And then Bailey Campbell, they're in the Ranger Raptor, and they're doing well. So pretty good. They're 46 behind, which is a lot to make up, in just a couple days, but they're doing well. And then what I'm kind of watching is Amanda's team.
Yeah.
Right. They're in their privateer, and they're in 14th place as not being sponsored by a major automotive company. So, so there you go. So they're doing pretty good too. So yeah, it's fun to see how they're doing. So that Jeep Gladiator Mojave is doing pretty good. They're in 1st place. So it takes a really good navigator, because you got to hit points is all about hitting those black the checkpoints. So if you don't get those, that's a big key. But anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just assume they're done for the day. I don't know. Maybe not. There's still some blacks at the end that haven't been checked, so maybe they're not done. But hopefully, and if they aren't done, that they get those two as well as the other group, so they can and maybe even make up a little bit more. So we may not be. I don't know if the standings are up or final for today or not, but seems like they're having a pretty good day. Looks like the first one they missed, and the other group did too. So, but then they hit a lot of other checkpoints there that the other team, that one team did say that there's a lot of the checkpoints they weren't going to be able to even try because of the dunes, I think, because of where they're at. Because you can see a bunch of them where they didn't even try, where they were able to get some of those.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So anyway, yeah. We'll get into that, more of that. So it's fun following that. So, all right. What else? What's next? Dealer news updates. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but we did kind of talk Super Duty. The 24 order bank closes on the 16th. Mustang Mach-E closes October 23rd. And Bronco is still open for 24 model year. So if you're somebody that, again, doesn't like the 25 and some of the changes we're going to talk about in a little bit, you still have a chance to place that order for 24. And we do have plenty of allocations. So, and I think we're doing invoice pricing right now on orders. So if you're interested in doing that. So, all right. What else? Yeah, those are some of the things. Those are some of the dealer news updates. With Super Duty order bank closes October 16th. For 24, Mustang Mach-E October 23rd, and then Ranger order bank opened today. It says it doesn't. Didn't get a dealer memo that the Bronco order bank opened up, which makes you think that they're not really ready. But anyway, the other updates we have for this week is that I was going to write an article on this and I didn't, and that the 25 model year F-150 keypad code, when it launched on 25 model year, it was still showing it as being a wired in for $455. And that is not what it's supposed to be. That was the 2024 model year keypad offering, where it's on the pillar, the B pillar, and it's wired in. It will not be that way. So the 25 model year offering is 225 and it's not wired. It's wireless and it's not on the B pillar, but it's going to go right under on the body of the vehicle. So right above the door handle. So that's a change that I think they just messed up on, and it was in the order guide incorrectly. So, and then lastly, there's some price changes. Some price changes happened, and this came out today. In fact, I just said, hey, let me check and make sure I got everything covered for today. And this came out today. So there's some mid-year price increases. They call them mid-year price increases. So these are all going into effect today, actually, effective October 15th, 24 model year F-150 and Ranger. The MSRP price is increasing by $100 MSRP. Not a lot, but they'd go up. 25 model year F-150 and Maverick and Mustang, with the exception of 100A, all go up $100 MSRP. So the Maverick price went up. So here's the deal. We're going to get into this again. If you already have your order in, you should be price protected to the price before that, not have to pay that $100. So make sure your dealer is paying attention to that. Also, Explorer also went up $100 too on the MSRP. Now, some changes to the Escape. The active 1.5 liter and ST line 1.5 liter also went up $155. So that went up. And then the Bronco Sport Outer Banks series went up by $210. The Badlands series went up $120. The Heritage series went up $260. Badlands Tech Package went up $130. Convenience Package went up by $45. The moonroof option increased $75, and the black appearance package increased $50. So those are all price increases. So now if you had an order in prior to that date, a good retail order that was COVP'd, then you are price protected to what it was before these price increases. So that's why it's important to make sure you keep your order sheets and keep that stuff in writing so you have it. So you have that what that original price was when you ordered, because Ford will reimburse the dealership back. We've talked about this over and over. So anyway, so there's that information. So again, all Mavericks went up $100. So if you order a Maverick today, then it's going to be $100 more than it was if you ordered it yesterday. That makes sense. So there's that information. I might do an article about that, and then reminding people about price protection. So we'll see about that there. So Anyway, there's that. Yeah. All right. And then we can get into order guide updates. So, man, Sarah's fighting a lot of the allergies today. My wife's just as bad. It's pretty bad. They're cutting a lot of stuff, soybean and stuff this week. So that's happening. Oh, you know what? Before we get into order guide updates, let's do recalls. Let me do recalls and then we'll do that. So, all right. So let's jump over here to this camera for recalls. Hold on. I didn't even put up the dealer news update slide. Let's do recalls real quick. All right, so let's talk about some recalls here. First one is recall 24S44. This is for 22 to 23 model year Mustangs. The power steering control modular reprogram. This is 30,685 vehicles are affected by this. And in some of the affected vehicles, a secondary digital torque sensor and the steering gear was calibrated with an inverted polarity. If the primary steering torque sensor experiences a failure or fault, the steering wheel may begin oscillating without warning, alternating clockwise, counterclockwise when attempting to steer due to the electric power assist steering. Providing unintended steering assist. So the letters are going to go out to owners the week of October 11th for that recall. So it looks like this is a dealer memo. There was an advance notice that went out in July, but now they actually have the repairs and everything they need for that. And so official letters are going to go out October 11th. So it's kind of letting dealers know ahead of time. Actually, that's this week. So should have gone out this week. So that was something that came out actually last week. All right. This next one is safety recall 24S60 for 24 model year Bronco sport vehicles. This is a calibration update. So 76 vehicles were affected by this. So not too many here. And it's only for one day, vehicles that were built October 24th. In 2023. So all the affected vehicles were incorrectly produced with 2023 model year powertrain control modular calibrations. Affected vehicles are unable to receive the remedy software associated with safety recall 24S24 or may have received an incomplete repair for 24S24. If the 24S24 repair is not properly completed, the PCM and BCM calibrations may be unable to detect a sudden battery degradation during a drive. These vehicles may be unaware of or unable to restart or may experience a stall while coming to a stop at low speed. The vehicles may also lose electrical accessories such as hazard lights or cause a loss of drive power, increasing the risk of crash. So it says on this one here that letter's going to go out the week of November 1st to owners on that one. And that is an advance notice that came out in September. And there's also a recall prior to that it kind of relates to the 24S24 recall there that happened in May. So this is the official dealer notice of that. And those letters are going to be coming out soon, just kind of letting dealers know on that. This next one is Customer Satisfaction Program 24N01. We actually reported on this. This one originally came out July 3rd. This is a supplement to that recall. This is the 2020 to 2022 model year Explorers with that rear axle bolt fracture. There's currently 309,176 vehicles affected by this. And so this in here, there's a no-cost one-time repair in some of the affected vehicles. The rear axle bolt may fracture. A fractured rear axle bolt will allow the rear axle housing to move out of position, resulting in severe noise and vibration. If the rear axle bolt breaks, the drive shaft or half shafts may become disconnected, resulting in loss of transmission torque to the rear wheels. Transmission torque is necessary to hold the vehicle in park and is also needed for the vehicle to move forward or backward. So this in here, letters went out the week of July 15th. But again, they updated the technical instructions and the parts required for this recall. So, and then lastly, this is Customer Satisfaction Program 24N15 for 22 to 24 model year e-transits. And 22,954 vehicles were affected by this. And this reason for this is a one-time repair at no cost in affected vehicles over time. The electric vacuum pump may result or may stop functioning due to broken wires internal to the pump. This may result in the driver experiencing a hard brake pedal feel and perceived reduction in brake response. If the EVP or electric vacuum pump fails, the diagnostic trouble code P050F will set. The brake warning lamp will illuminate, and a check brake system message will appear on the instrument cluster, accompanied by an audible chime. Anyway, letters are going to go out next week on this one. It says the week of, or I guess the week after, the week of October 25th, or start going out by October 25th. So on that one. So there you go. Just about 4 recalls there to cover there. So there we go. I was telling about all the allergies going on around here.
Yeah.
The cutting soybean and everything.
Harvest is horrible for me.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to the mold spores that get riled up in the dirt. If you didn't know that when they are planting and whatnot, there's mold spores in the ground naturally. So when they harvest, they mix it all up into the air and it spreads.
Yeah, there are a lot of people affected by it. Your mom's was pretty bad last night too. So
well, and going out to an apple orchard does not help.
Now, don't forget, I linked down in the show notes. If you want to check recalls for your own vehicle, you can go to Ford.com/support/recalls-details. And you can check your own VIN number for recalls. So there you go. And you probably go to Ford Pass app, and it probably shows whether or not you have any recalls as well. All right. Now we're going to talk about order guides, and I don't really have a slide for this. But since I did that earlier, we'll do it. All right. So first we're going to talk about the Ranger 25 model year, because not as much stuff happened to the Ranger as it did for the Bronco. So let's talk Ranger for a little bit, and then we'll get into the Bronco and probably a few rants. So, all right. First off, on the Ranger, not a lot that changed on the Ranger. The big deal on Ranger that there is a new black appearance package that wasn't available last year. So that is new. We'll cover that in just a second. And then also there's some changes to a couple packages. So they had a chrome appearance package last year that changed a lot of aspects around it. Now they're calling it the chrome accent package, and they've taken a lot of things from the chrome package and appearance package and just made just a couple things. So just a couple chrome accents. Also the FX4 off-road package, they removed the requirement of the running board from that package, which is nice. And then they also removed the all off-road tires. It says that they removed the outside white lettering tires, but they actually removed all you got an upgraded tire. You're not getting an upgraded tire now on the FX4 package. So that's changed. Also, they removed the chrome boards from standalone options. There was a standalone option that required the chrome package. They removed that option from the XLT and Lariat trim. So that's been something that's changed. And they also removed the enhanced active park assist and the active park assist 2.0. So one was 2-wheel drive and one was 4x4. So they removed that from the tech package. They removed it from the standard Lariat and standard Raptor. No active park assist. So there you go. And then also removed the connected built-in navigation as well. That is gone. So I don't see that there is a navigation anywhere on there. No kind of navigation. So anyway, you got your Android Auto though, right? And then also they moved the security code keyless wireless keypad entry. It was it says they moved it from body color to molded in black on around the outside of it, and the option was moved from as a Ford accessory, which is still done at the factory, to a dealer installed option, just like all other models. So that's been the other change. So that's pretty much most of it. They removed the cactus gray, so colors that went away. Cactus gray went away, hot pepper red went away, and iconic silver. So those colors were discontinued for 25 model year, with the new colors being the marsh gray, the desert sand, and the ruby red tinted clear coat. Again, those are colors you're going to see on the Bronco as well. So because they're both made in the same plant, makes sense. So trim levels are the same: XL, XLT, Lariat, and Raptor. And now talking about some changes in packages. The SDX appearance package was a standard on the XL. They removed the dampened tailgate. So that was standard equipment on that. So that you could see when you lower the tailgate. In fact, I pictured one just the other day. When you lowered it, you had the straps that held that kind of up, the cables, but you also had the dampening. So when you let go of it, it kind of went down slowly. That was standard equipment because SDX was standard on an XL. They removed that. So you will not have that on that vehicle anymore. So, and then the chrome accent package is different. So there was a chrome appearance package. They removed the chrome tow hooks. They removed the chrome door handles, the chrome exhaust tip, the chrome bezel around the fog lights, and they removed the chrome mirror caps. So basically what you have in this package now is a chrome wheel. You're getting chrome rear bumper. Doesn't mention front bumper. So evidently not. The grille is the chrome center bar and surround, and then body colored wheel lip moldings. So, which is something else I thought was kind of funny. The sport appearance package, which is standard on XLT and Lariat. When you come with that, they took off the wording wheel lip molding gray. So no, I guess they don't have a wheel lip molding anymore. They had that gray wheel lip molding on the outside of that, not anymore. So which I thought was weird. We had a carbonized gray in, and you can tell that was magnetic last year. Yeah, so it's a different color. So it's kind of really weird. When you get carbonized gray, it just looks weird. So they removed that for this year. And then, of course, on the technology package, as I mentioned, they removed the connected nav and the enhanced park assist. They also they removed on the FX4 off-road package the required running boards, and they also removed the off-road tires. So there you go. There's that. So not a lot, and we'll be doing videos on those as well as when we get a chance. Okay, so start your questions on Bronco. Are you ready for this? They're gonna be out there to grill you. Better be ready. All right.
You're gonna drill me?
Yeah, they're gonna put all kinds of questions for you in there. So 2025 Bronco. Let's talk about the Bronco. So for this year, there is the order guides are out. Not a lot of people have done videos on this yet, but base model is back, but it's a late availability. So it's going to be a job 2 option. So you will not be able to order it right now. Big Ben is still around. Black Diamond is no longer its own trim, but it's a package now within the Big Ben. The Outer Banks is still around. The Badlands is still around. Oh, by the way, Big Ben now comes standard mid package, and the Badlands comes standard mid package. You can't get a Badlands quit anymore. We do have the Strop edition that is replacing the Wild Track, so no Wild Track. So I kind of mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Wild Track was going away and Black Diamond was going away. I kind of let you guys know this. Raptor is still around. Heritage Edition is also still here, but 4-door only. So let's go through the door configurations on this. So the base trim level is available in 2-door and 4-door. The Big Ben, not available in 2-door, only available in a 4-door. And both the base and the Big Ben only available with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost motor. You can get the manual and the automatic in both of those. I think I'm correct on all that. Outer Banks 4-door only, like it was last year, is available a standard mid package, but has available Lux package. They took away the high. It's not a high Lux anymore. It's just a Lux package. Badlands available in 2-door or 4-door, and available with the 2.3 or the 2.7. That 2.3 can get either the manual or the automatic. That last year, don't think you get automatic with the 2.3 liter. You can again, and again, standard mid package with the option for the Lux package. Okay, the Strop edition Bronco is 2-door only, no 4-door configuration, and it'll come with the Lux package, standard equipment. There's not really a lot of options for that edition. The Raptor 4-door only, as we mentioned, a standard Lux package. And the Heritage Edition is 4-door only, no 2-door in the Heritage Edition, and comes standard with a mid package, and of course the Sasquatch package as well. So that's kind of the breakdown of that, the trim levels there.
So did I hear that they're keeping Heritage?
Yes, Heritage 4-door, not 2-door.
But they're keeping Heritage.
Yes, I kind of mentioned they were going to do that though, because I had mentioned that. I saw that on the a place that I find information. I'm not going to say where because I don't want them to stop putting it there. But I did see that was going to continue. Let's see what else. The Haas 3.0 suspension, the Fox internal bypass dampers are going to be included in the Strop Bronco, but also available as optional equipment in the Badlands. Because there are people that are like, I still want a Wild Track. What am I going to do? Well, then you want to get a Badlands. Badlands, add the 3.0. There you go. Pretty much the same thing. I really actually kind of like what they did here because I try to tell customers and advise people that Wild Track really was about the Baja off-roading. It was about Baja racing altogether. So it was basically if you couldn't get your hands on a Raptor, you got a Wild Track because it was a way for you to get a production vehicle that was more able to produce more of those, and it was about the fast. You got a Baja mode. It was about that off-road racing type of thing. You got Baja mode. You got standard front and rear. 2.0 liter, V6 EcoBoost engine, all that. That was how that was supposed to be, and I think people misinterpreted that. Hey, it's the most expensive, so that must be the one that with the most equipment. If you were looking for most equipment, you can do that on an Outer Banks. He has the same Lux package, or Badlands. So anyway, so now your Badlands is pretty much your all-purpose off-road vehicle there for you. So that's where you get your 3.0. Haas 3.0 system there. Also, I do like what they've changed with the Sasquatch package. So basically, Sasquatch package comes standard with the Everglades wheel. But if you like the other wheel, you just add the option for that wheel. So that's wheel option 265 now. So that is the black high gloss black painted aluminum wheel with the ring, the gray ring on it. And now that is going to be optional on base, Big Bend, Outer Banks, and Badlands. That previously was its own package. So you picked, hey, I want Sasquatch package with this wheel or Sasquatch package with the gray wheel. You picked one or the other. Now you just pick Sasquatch and just add that as optional wheel. I like that. I'm okay with that. There's some caveats to that on the Big Bend. You can't just get Big Bend Sasquatch from what I can tell. So anyway, we'll get into that. They removed the LED signature lighting from the Big Bend. Can't get that.
Yeah.
You also can't get auxiliary switches either unless you go Sasquatch or Black Diamond package. I mean, we'll get into that. Whatever. Base LED headlamp. Nobody really ordered that, but they removed that. Also removed a 2-door from the Big Bend and the Heritage. We talked about that. New colors. Desert Sand. I like this color. Desert Sand. The Marsh Gray. I like that color as well. And the Ruby Red are 3 new colors. That's a tinted clear coat, so it'll probably cost extra. In fact, I think the Marsh Gray is an extra cost, and Desert Sand is probably an extra cost as well. Colors they removed: Cactus Gray, gone. Iconic Silver, gone. Race Red, that's a surprise to me, is gone. And the Hot Pepper Red tinted clear coat. Not surprised there. We knew that was going away. Now, because there's no Heritage Limited Edition, we don't. They also removed Pink, Blue, and Yellowstone, but those were kind of only available to the limited edition anyway. So let's see what else. The hardtop sound deadening headliner is now optional. They kind of did the same thing on the hardtop last year where you said, I want the hardtop with the sound deadening or I want the hardtop without it. You picked one option or another. Well, now you just pick the hardtop, and then if you want the sound deadening, you add it as an option. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. They added that to the 4-door base, Big Bend, Outer Banks, and Badlands with either the hardtop or the dual top. And then auxiliary switches. So yes, whatever auxiliary switches you can get. So this is included in the Black Diamond package on the Big Bend, also standard on Badlands and Heritage Edition. So yes, it's also on the Raptor, but it doesn't mention it in here. There you go. So Big Bend, Outer Banks, base, you don't get it. Can't get it. I don't know. I'm sorry, but so the whole purpose behind the base is there are people that want to use that and they want to go, I want to go off-roading. I'm going to go beat this Bronco up. I just want a base Bronco, but you still need your LED lights, right? And you need some of that off-road capabilities. The other thing I noticed is there's no mud ruts mode in the base, which also means they don't show it as an upgrade to the Big Bend. So I haven't gotten any clarification if they just omitted that from the order guide. But when you look at the drive modes for the base trim, there is no mud ruts. There's a sand, so you just put it in sand and hope for the best, I guess. I know it. Again, I told you I'm gonna be ranting some. There you go. That's one of them. Heated steering wheel is now standard on the Outer Banks and Badlands and Raptor, so it's no longer in the Lux package. Interior grab handles. You know, one by the console?
Yeah.
Gone. So they removed the grab handles. It's not standard equipment anymore, but it is included in the Black Diamond package on the Big Bend, also in the Sasquatch package on the Outer Banks, standard on Badlands and Heritage Edition. Yeah, there you go. So it's not going to be on the base. It's not going to be on the Big Bend unless you get the Black Diamond package. Yeah. So anyway, it mentions the grab handle on the console. It also mentions passenger side, but not the driver side. So I don't know if they're getting rid of those. Maybe Radicon, maybe you can help me out because I'm not getting anybody from Ford to respond. I'll tell you this, nothing against any of the brand managers, but some of them respond a little bit better than others. I would tell you Maverick is one of the best. Him and I have this good relationship, and he knows that I put these videos out. And I try to help and educate people in the forums. I try to do the same thing on Bronco, but not if you don't respond to me. Anyway, so be nice. A wireless charging pad has been deleted from the Hilux package, and I have not seen it added anywhere that I could tell. Maybe Radicon, I know he's got the order guide. It's been on Bronco 6G. Maybe you found it somewhere, but I don't see wireless charging pad added as standard equipment.
Yeah.
And that's
Peugeot's in here, and he's gone over the order guide as well.
Here's the deal. Wireless charging pad is standard equipment on all Bronco Sports. But I think people said the wireless charging pad was junk anyway. I didn't have one, so I don't know. Because I'm only mid package in my Bronco, so I don't know. So I don't really care.
I think.
But
okay, so those wireless charging pads, even with ones that you can get for your desk or whatever, they only work if you have a certain type of case. If you have other cases like what I have, won't charge it.
Yeah, mine's got metal on the back.
If you have an OtterBox, it won't charge. So I think what they're saying is there's kind of no point because it doesn't charge half the phones.
Unless you don't have a case. All right. See what else. Yeah. All right. That's page 1.
It's a phone heater.
And there's things I found that aren't on here. Okay. So the rear HVAC. Okay. It's not on here. I was going to cover that a little bit later. Rear HVAC is standard equipment on the 4-door with the automatic. I don't know what that has to do with manual or automatic, whether or not you can deliver heat and AC. Maybe somebody can educate me on that. Somebody in the engineering world, but yeah, you need automatic 4-door to get the heat and AC in the rear of the console. So that's new. That's a nice feature to have. Also, the 12-inch productivity screen. We've seen that being introduced standard equipment again. Bronco Sport was in the Raptor last year, and now standard equipment on all of your Broncos. So 12 and 12. So anyway, so that's standard equipment now. That wasn't put on the major changes. Just telling you. Also, new packages, a Black Diamond package, which is optional on the Big Ben. We'll get into that. Actually, it does list what's all included in here. Advanced 4-wheel drive with the automatic on demand. So that basically it's like that's your Sasquatch package, kind of, not really, but anyway, you get the advanced 4x4 auxiliary switches. Yay. You get that. You get the front and rear powder coated steel bumper. You get the full vehicle steel bash plates. Yay. Interior grab handle. Does say in here front row, 1 in the center console, and then passenger side. Oh, I see what that means. Never mind. It means 1 on the center console on the passenger side. So I read that wrong. So the grab handles getting in on the dash, those will still be included. This just includes the console one. Sorry, I reread that. Sometimes it's just how you read it. I took it a little bit differently. So, all right. LED fog lights. So, yes, they took away the LED fog lights on the Big Ben too. The standard equipment. Yeah. I don't have mine now because I switched the modular front bumper anyway. Rock rails on this one. Rubberized flooring. Yes, Big Ben is now, base and Big Ben is carpeted flooring, cloth seats. No molly strap on the back. So the Black Diamond gets the rubberized flooring with the washout drain plug, probably the molly system as well. It just doesn't list it. And the 17-inch black high gloss paint aluminum wheel. Basically, your Black Diamond wheel. So They also added the Ford integration tether system, the FITS, accessory package. Those Maverick people know a little bit about this FIT system, right? That is, it says option on all series. It gives you a base plate, Bronco branded console cup holder. There you go. And a Bronco branded small and large bins. So Maverick people can tell you what this looks like on the back of the console. So that adds that cup holders on the back with this. So can I just get switched out with the HVAC and the FIT system? Just give me the back console, switch that out of my 21. Anyway, people are going to ask, really, right? Freewheeling package, a new package for this year that's optional on the Big Ben series. Gives you the painted door handles that are going to be silver, floor liners, freewheeling reflective graphics package. So you get the stripes on the side. I think maybe on the hood. I don't know. Iconic silver painted and white painted grill. That's iconic silver. So that's where all the iconic silver paint's going. So that's either one on iconic silver. Just kidding. White Bronco letters with the red accents on those. The seats that are marine grade vinyl and the 17-inch black high gloss painted steel wheels. Unless you go with the Sasquatch package, and they're going to be a different wheel. Black appearance package, new package for this year. That is optional on the Big Ben, Outer Banks, and Badlands series. That's going to give you the molded in color door handles, fender flares, and grill. So that's basically, I believe this is going to be your black diamond grill. So instead of having the carbonized gray painted grill on the Big Ben that I actually don't like, that I think is ugly, you get that one instead. And then the molded in black mirror caps as well. The black appearance graphics package and the 17-inch black high gloss painted wheels. Same one as the black diamond package, I believe. So if you get that package in your black diamond, I think it's pretty much what you had on the black diamond last year, from what I can gather. If you add the Sasquatch, which I think the black diamond requires Sasquatch package. Okay. The Raptor Shadow Black appearance package, that's now optional on the Raptor. That's a new package. Includes the interior carbon fiber package, the gloss black skull caps. That's going to be the painted skull caps. The shadow black painted hardtop, and the 17-inch dark carbonized gray alloy wheels with the B-lock capable forged wheels. So that's new. And then they're giving a graphics package to the black diamond if you want to upgrade to that. Also a Sasquatch graphics package. That's optional on the base, Big Ben, Outer Banks, and Badlands. It doesn't say in here, but will require Sasquatch package. And a matte film production package as well. That's optional on the Big Ben, Outer Banks, and Badlands. Oh, and then the 18-inch carbonized gray painted aluminum wheel are now included in the Sasquatch standard equipment. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Hilux is now Lux. Let's see what else. Oh, they did away with the brush guard, except for, I think, the Badlands. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I saw it on the Big Ben trim or the Outer Banks. So that brush guard, which I have on my Bronco, gone. Also, I did see paint protective film on there, and I don't think I saw that on the order guide from July. So anyway, so there's some of the things that are on the major changes, but there's some things that did not make that page. Let me see if I can. Okay, we talked about the also ambient footwell lighting is also going to be standard equipment. The HVAC, the 12-inch, yep, that's on the base trim. I was going to go through each page, see if what I marked and what I noticed. I just tried to match it up from each page. As I mentioned, the base will come standard with the cloth seats, carpeted flooring. That'll also carry over to Big Ben trim. Big Ben loses fog lights, loses the mud ruts. Did anybody correct me if I was wrong on that? I'm hoping I'm wrong. I really want to be. Yeah, Sasquatch package requires black diamond, but not the other way around. Okay, Sasquatch requires black diamond. Okay, black diamond doesn't. Well, yeah. Technically, then black diamond would require Sasquatch then, right? I mean, kind of in a sense. Oh, no, that's right. You can get that. You're right. Black diamond. You can get black diamond and black appearance without getting Sasquatch. But if you get a Sasquatch, you got to add the black diamond. So yeah, which I'll get to that here in a second. And then, I also noticed auto dimming rearview mirror on the Big Ben has been removed from the mid package, but I did see it was listed on the mid packages on the Outer Banks and Badlands though. I'll keep my 21. Thank you. Keep my 21. Yeah. So Sasquatch package is where you're getting the front and rear locker, the differences, this upgraded suspension, the Haas 2.0 suspension, the carbonized gray painted aluminum wheel, unless you add the optional wheel. Black diamond package, we went through that. Freewheeling package as well, and we went through the black diamond or the black appearance package. So a couple notes on that. So it says Sasquatch package requires a black diamond package, it's like you were saying, and then this includes the rugged terrain RT tires. So they've gone to the territory, the Goodyear territory, and from what I'm understanding from Brian and Melissa, they really are liking those tires. So it looks like they're going to those tires. They're a 35-inch tire. So there you go. And then note on the black diamond says not available with cloth seats. So you'll get vinyl. So vinyl seats are still optional, standalone option on the black diamond, or I mean on the Big Ben. So you can still get the vinyl seats on the Big Ben. Not so like it was last year, basically, if you wanted to. It says not available with cloth seats on the black diamond package because you get the vinyl. And then also does say includes the 32-inch all-terrain tires, unless you upgrade with the Sasquatch package, because then it does say in here you'll get the high gloss painted aluminum wheel with the black beauty ring. So you get that with the Sasquatch, when ordered with the Sasquatch package and the black diamond package. And then it does say in here you'll get the 4:46 final drive ratio with a rear locker, no front locker on the black diamond if you order that without ordering the Sasquatch package. So, and then let's see here, what are some other notes? I like to look at the notes. Not available, the freewheeling course not available with the black appearance package, not available with the marsh gray or desert sand. And then, as I say, includes the 17-inch bright machine high gloss with the red accented wheels with the when ordered with the Sasquatch package, which is funny because it says Sasquatch package requires the black diamond package, but you can't get the black diamond with the freewheeling. So that really needs to say requires the black diamond package or the freewheeling. But anyway, whatever. Well, I guess it doesn't require the freewheeling, but anyway. I don't know. So that's, again, some things that I'm trying to get some answers on because, again, Sasquatch package says it requires a black diamond. So does that mean that when you go to freewheeling that you have to get the black diamond package and the freewheeling? These are things that I need to know. Right? If you want to be detailed, let's be detailed. Anyway, the black appearance package, there you go, includes the all-terrain, 32-inch all-terrain tires, includes a 17-inch high gloss painted aluminum wheel, and the black beauty ring when ordered with the Sasquatch package. Looks like they're not available with the freewheeling package, so you can't get it. Makes sense. Hard top, shadow black painted hard top with the black appearance package. That's also on there too. So that's down there in the notes. Oh, and it's right there too. Okay, so there you go. Now that package is available on the Outer Banks, and I want to get to the Outer Banks in a little bit, but I think that package is kind of weird on the Outer Banks. I don't feel like it fits the Outer Banks because, in my opinion, you're going to Outer Banks because you want the body colored fender flares and the body colored mirror caps and door handles, and then you add the black appearance package to it. Then you change it all back to the other. I'm like, unless I guess you want the leather seats and you want a Lux package, which maybe that's the point. All right. The hardtop marine grade vinyl is a standalone option. Auxiliary switches, LED signature lighting been removed, and brush guard not available. There you go. That's Big Ben. Big Ben had probably the biggest changes, in my opinion, to it. So there you go. Any questions I need to get to? Because I got some other things. We'll keep rolling through this. I was going to go through the whole thing.
And Peugeot and Ragnarcon have been answering the questions. I've been tagging them so we can answer them out loud as well, but they're answering questions.
Probably a good idea for the podcast.
Yes. So
to cover some of those, you have some of those we can pop up now and kind of cover those. It probably has to do with things I've already covered.
Yes.
So before we go on to the Outer Banks, we can cover those. Okay. Pop those up.
All right. Is the freewheeling available as a 2-door?
No, because you can't get a Big Ben in a 2-door.
Okay.
Right. So it's only available in 4-door.
All right.
Because that's only a package on the that is a package on the Big Ben, and Big Ben's only 4-door.
Yeah. So I think we answered this. Will Ford let you upgrade to cool headlights on the base model? No.
You mean you mean the signature lighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did away. You can't even get it on a Big Ben. Don't get me started on that. I think that's ridiculous. The reason, okay, so when I was getting my 2021, I was swinging between two different trim levels. The Black Diamond is the one I like the look of the most, but the reason I went with Big Ben instead was the LED signature lighting. And there was something else. I can't remember what it was, but that was the main reason I chose Big Ben. I wanted cloth seats too at that time. So I wanted cloth seats and the signature lighting, but so now you don't even make that available. So I don't know. Just wrong. Just wrong.
All right. Will AC vents be offered in the 2-door?
No. You're talking about the vents, the rear HVAC? No.
Yeah.
It's 4-door only and automatic.
Now-
Does require automatic as well.
Ragnarcon answered that, and he said it's because of the
Thank you.
what was it, Ragnarcon? I'm pretty sure he said it has to do with the shifting gears and everything. You have a smaller console, so a smaller area to fit the HVAC through.
Can see that. And 4-door I could kind of see, because I figure with a 2-door, maybe you don't need it back there. I could kind of see that too. But
the HVAC system has to do with the positioning of the manual shift knob. The ducting for the HVAC system has to flow through the center console, and the manual transmission stick is in the way.
Okay, there you go. I knew there's an answer there.
Yeah. And Peugeot said, retrofitting signature lighting has been pretty easily done in the past. So, I mean, that's the thing with the Broncos, that it's such a upgradable vehicle that.
But that might be something that I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've done a lot of things, so I probably could try to figure it out.
If you are 6 foot tall or taller, we did talk to our general manager last week. He drives a 4-door Bronco.
Heritage Edition.
He is 6 foot tall, or 6'4".
Yes, he's pretty tall.
He sits in the front seat, and he said he can actually adjust it to where he's comfortable driving, hop in the back, and fit comfortably behind the driver's seat.
I don't know about comfortably, but he can fit.
He even offered to let's take a picture if we have a 4-door available to take a picture of him in it.
He is a salesperson at heart, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. But if you would like to see a picture of someone, we can certainly do that.
Copy pasta. All right, what else we got? Anything else on some of that stuff?
Okay. So I'm glad I answered that, because Ford Enthusiast is the one that asked that question. If you would like pictures, let me know. If the driver is short. I don't have any others tagged right now.
Okay.
So
all right, we'll continue on. Let's go on to and I noticed
if you have questions, tag at Sarah Davis.
I noticed your mom popped in. She
Yes.
missed all the Big Ben stuff for the 25. You don't have to worry, hon. What they did to the Big Ben does not make me want to get another one. Not have to worry about anything there. All right. Moving on to the Outer Banks. One of the things that I noticed on here, a difference in wording from last year's order bank was last year, the grill was titled Black Painted Grill with the white letters. This year, the wording says Black Molded in Color. That means that it's that textured grill. So it makes me wonder what they've done there. So but basically, you took the Big Ben grill, and then they painted it black instead of the carbonized gray. It was smooth. So this means that the black is put into the mold when it's made, and it looks like it might be the same. I don't know if it's the same design or not, but that might be a big disappointment there for some people. Also, they moved the heated steering wheel to be standard equipment on the Outer Banks, and then that's about it on that. So, yep. And then on the optional equipment, I noticed the Lux package. They removed the wireless charging pad we talked about earlier, but they also removed the additional sound deadening materials out of that Lux package. That was there last year, and they removed that wording. Oh, also speakers. This is a little one. I almost totally went over this. Now it says the B&O sound system by Bang & Olufsen is 12 speakers, including subwoofer. Last year it was 10 speakers. Am I correct on that? Somebody can correct me on that. But there you go. The audio sound system maybe a little better. At least 2 more speakers. Let's see here. And not to remember on that, you can get Sasquatch package on that. And so you go black appearance package on the Outer Banks. You get the door handles that'll be black molded in, so it changes you from body color to that. The fender flares go from the body colored painted to black molded in, so basically what the Big Ben gets. And then the grill goes to black painted molded in color. I assume is maybe the black diamond grill. I don't know. And then the mirrors, the black molded in mirror caps instead of your body colored. Black appearance graphics and the black high gloss painted wheels and the black shadow black painted hardtop. That's part of the black appearance package. So it does include the 22-inch all-terrain tires, the LT 265/70 R17 if you want to know. And it does say includes the 17-inch black high gloss painted aluminum with the black beauty ring, B-lock capable wheels, and high clearance fender flares when Sasquatch package is ordered with this. And then the fender flares are black molded in color, are replaced by the Sasquatch when the Sasquatch package is selected. So actually the fender flares are just whiter, that's all. And then the hardtop shadow black painted is replaced with dual tops when you order. Yeah, that makes sense. And then of course you can get the optional beadlock wheel for that. Now it does say in here, here's where I'm first time seeing this. We have 3 top options, kind of. Remember, this is standard 4-door here. Carbonized gray, molded in color hardtop, which we have now. You can also get the dual top with the carbonized gray and the soft top. There's also a hardtop painted. And I think here they forgot to add the word body color, because right below that we have hardtop shadow black painted. This is where I need Ragnicon and M. Peugeot to take a look at that. Because that's the way I look at it there. Hardtop sound deadening headliner with that, rear defrost and storage bags and everything. That says not available with the black appearance package, which makes me think it's not black. It's going to be body colored, right? And then the shadow black painted says it's included in the black appearance package. So it tells me, of course, that's going to be black. So that's the way it looks like to me. You could also get a dual top with the body colored. See, and then the other one says dual top body color painted with the soft top and dual top black painted hard top. Again, Ford, you forgot to put body colored painted on that. So anyway, so there you go. And then hard top sound deadening headliner can be added. Requires a hard top or dual top. So there you go. And it does look like marsh gray and desert sand will be colors that will cost extra. It's funny is when I don't see on the Outer Banks trim is I don't see the ruby red as a cost color. So we'll get into colors later. No brush guard. They removed that. They removed the auxiliary switches from the Outer Banks. They removed the removable hoop step as well. And they removed the Raptor style running boards. So, I was gonna talk about that. I was gonna rant about this too. Here. There's something on the Big Ben. I gotta back up just a second here. I do like the Raptor style running boards. I think they're cool. And they weren't available. Were they available in the Big Ben job too? I don't remember. But I did notice there was a little note on that. So that is optional. Okay. Raptor style running boards on the Big Ben requires a black diamond package. Bah, I don't like that. Also, it says in here, not available with Sasquatch package with the Ford Performance heavy duty modular front bumper. Now, you guys out there, Radcom, maybe you can help me since you figured out the manual transmission one for me. Tell me why I can't get the modular front bumper with the Raptor style running boards. That goes between the wheels and has nothing to do with the front part of the wheel in front of it. So my opinion, why can't I get the modular front bumper and the Raptor style running boards? I don't get that. I get not being available with the splash guards, no problem. But if I want the modular front bumper and the Raptor style running boards, I don't understand why I can't get those together. Anyway, and I don't see why it should require the black diamond package either. That's anyway. There you go. That's another little rant I have. All right. Speaking of Raptors, and then they did remove. You cannot get the heavy duty modular front bumper on the Outer Banks either. So they've really made the Outer Banks to be my opinion. This is your mall crawler trim because of what they're doing there. In my opinion, they're removing some things. Brush guard's not available. Heavy duty modular front bumper's not available. Auxiliary switch not available. The Raptor style running board's not available. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. And you pop up those questions if you see them. Just interrupt me. Because I like to, if they, especially if Frank Connor and Pusha, they commented on the that about why I can't get the Raptor style running boards with the modular front bumper, and why I have to get the Raptor style boards with the black diamond. I probably because they want it to be a Sasquatch thing, that because you need the extra clearance, which I would probably be getting it that way. But anyway, Pusha, not everything Ford does make sense. All right. Yeah, personal opinion on that. Okay. Anyway, all right. Moving on to the Badlands trim. Again, now comes standard with the mid package with the auto dimming rear view mirror. They did change the bumper. Last year, that was the modular front, the heavy duty modular front bumper with standard equipment on the Badlands. They've reverted it back to the powder coated steel bumper with the fog lights in it. So they've reverted back to that one. Do you get the heated steering wheel now included as standard equipment instead of having to go to the Lux package to get it? It's kind of nice. I think that anything with the heated seats should get heated steering wheel, but that's my opinion. Maybe because I had heated seats on my Bronco, but hey. Anyway, all right. Moving to the optional equipment on the Badlands, you can still get the Lux package, of course. They did remove the additional sound deadening. They removed the wireless charging pad, and now the heated steering wheel is standard. You can get the Haas 3.0. We mentioned that with the Fox internal bypass and dampers. Does say it requires Sasquatch package though, so you got to go. That's a little disappointment. You got to go Sasquatch package. I can see it though, so that's fine. I can probably see that and understand that a little bit better because of the suspension upgrade. But there you go.
Dragtron says you just want a cold weather package.
Yeah. And then, man, there's all kinds of top available here. Now, it does say Raptor style running boards in here. Those do not require Sasquatch package on a Badlands. Do I need to get maybe that extra inch of wheel that comes standard or tire that comes standard is just enough to fit the Raptor style running boards on it? I don't know. Anyway, you can get the mud terrain tires again like that last year. And then, yes, if you get the Raptor style running boards, those replace the rock rails. It's not available with the front modular the Ford front bumper Ford Performance heavy duty modular. Again, see, that would look so good. Modular front bumper, Raptor style running boards. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
The carbonized gray painted hardtop. So you get the carbonized gray. You can get the dual top with the carbonized gray. Painted, again, they forgot the body colored on that wording there. You can get the painted roof now, shadow black as well, or you can get it with the dual. Well, there's a separate body colored painted. So you can get one for 2-door or 4-door. So that's why there's two different ones. So this one up here requires 2-door, and the shadow black requires 2-door. And then down here, there's another one body colored. This one they actually do put in there body colored. So they just need to send this order guide to me like a week in advance and let me go through it, and I'll find their errors. Can send it to M. Peugeot probably and Ragnacon to fix their errors. Shadow black painted down there, and then the dual top option for the 4 doors down there too. Hoop steps were removed, and modular front. The Ford Performance heavy duty modular is now an option, whereas last year was standard, and then that paint protective film is on there. And yeah. All right. Now, Strop Edition is all new. So I don't know if we need to go over that, but because that's all new. Does include Sasquatch package. It's basically, it is like a wild track. But I do have to tell people it's not exactly like a wild track. So it is going to get a lot of similarities in a way of functionality on that. But you do get the sway bar disconnect in this trim level that you do not see on otherwise. You got to go to Badlands to get that. So that's a big upgrade, and you get the Haas 3.0 suspension with the Fox internal demo, which I guess you got that last year, but there you go. So you get that. That's an upgrade. So anyway, so that's a pretty cool addition. Not a lot of options on that one there. The only freestanding options is engine block heater, front license plate bracket. The only accessories to add is the fit system and the storage bags. And then there's a bunch of DIOs. That's all kinds of wheel covers. They have added some 35-inch wheel covers, which is kind of cool. So they didn't have that last year. Anyway, Raptor. You interrupted me? Are there any questions?
No, they're good.
Raptor. I noticed a change in the wording of the grill. So last year, I think it was called carbonized gray painted. This year, I'm seeing magnetic painted. So maybe a different color, because magnetic is a different color than the carbonized gray. I can tell you that because if you look at a Ranger, you can see the difference. And the unique hood. Last year, we saw unique hood was standard equipment on the Raptor. That wording has been removed under the standard equipment. I don't know if anybody else caught that or not. So
We got a question.
Yeah.
So are they getting rid of the manual speedometer and a digital speedometer in the 25 Bronco? Will it be a bigger screen like in the Raptor and all base Big Bend, Badlands, Heritage, etc.?
Yes. So the Raptor screen is standard equipment in Bronco Sport and Broncos, all of them. So they're trying. Basically, what they're doing is try to help production, streamline it. Everybody gets the same screens. So whether it be the productivity screen or the other, they're both 12-inch digital now, and that's what you get.
All right.
All right. They added a heated steering wheel. That was part of the Lux package, which it's standard Lux anyway, so it didn't matter. It was going to still have it. Remove the wireless charging pad. Talked about that. Now, I did see that the unique hood was actually added to one of the packages for the Raptor. So, and then last year we got body colored painted roof as well as shadow black painted roof. Those are still available for this year. And then the Raptor Code Orange appearance package now includes the interior carbon fiber package, which is still available as a standalone option. So that you get that. And then also with that, you get the seatbelt accident seatbelts. You get the beadlock kit. You get the that gets you the beadlock rim. That's orange, I believe. And then the graphics package, the hood, the tow hooks that are code orange, and you get the body colored painted caps, the wheels, forged wheels, and then the body colored painted roof is included in that package. So I didn't see those in that package last year. So those two things, the interior carbon fiber pack and the painted body colored painted hardtop. I didn't see that in that package last year. And then I might be wrong here, but the Raptor black appearance package, and there's a Raptor shadow black appearance package. So one of them was available last year, and now it says unique hood matte black graphics package. So that doesn't say unique hood. I think they just left off the unique hood. I think it's supposed to be there on the order guide, and somebody they retyped it. They just forgot. Anyway, and then the interior carbon fiber pack is in there, as well as the gloss black skull caps and the shadow black painted hardtop and the 17-inch dark carbonized gray alloy wheels. Now, how that package is different, and that's not available with the shadow black paint color. And then so the difference is this other package is for the shadow black paint. So if you want shadow black, then you get option 51C instead of 51B. And that gives you the interior carbon fiber package, and it gives you the gloss black skull caps, the black painted hardtop, and that same beadlock wheel. The difference is you don't get the hood graphics on it. So that's the only difference there. Let's see what else. And they added a bunch of DIOs to the Raptor I didn't see last year. So a bunch of other kits and stuff like that. Tailgate table and that kind of stuff. So speaking of that, talk about slide out tailgate. Let's go to the Heritage Edition, unless we have any questions.
Oh, they were just commenting on stroke with the gunner hatch.
Yeah, I think that's on all your two doors now with any of those painted hardtops.
Yeah.
Whether it be the Heritage Edition or any of the others, I believe. All right. So Heritage Edition, it's back standard 4-door, only available in 4-door. Last year had the slide out tailgate. This year does not, according to order guide. And does have auxiliary switches, which wasn't there last year. And it's there now, standard equipment, standard Sasquatch, standard mid package. So not a lot of changes there. The slide out tailgate was a big one. It is still a standalone option, so you can add it as a standalone option if you want. They did remove the cargo area protector from standalone options and a removable hoop step. And they removed the tailgate table. So you got to pick not tailgate table. Instead, you get the slide out tailgate, and they also removed the body armor protective moldings. So there you go. That's that. Wheels, colors. You can go over colors if you want. Is everybody bored by now? Nobody probably is geeking out other than me and Ragnar.
And Peugeot is, yeah.
Anyway,
Jesse wants to know why the decrease in two-door trims.
And the two doors, I don't know. It's a great question.
Constraints.
Well, I think that they think the two-door, for the most part, because we have somebody here that has an Outer Banks with two-door, and he loves it because it's the heritage look to him. Because he remembers back in the day it was two-door, right? And so that's what he liked, and then they did away with it. So like for him, he's got a 2021 Bronco. He's got an Outer Banks two-door with the antimatter blue. You can't get that anymore. Antimatter blue was a 1-year color. Two doors no longer available in the Outer Banks. He feels like at this point he does like, I'm not trading in because I got something rare.
He also has it tricked out with orange for his favorite team.
Yeah,
it matches.
And it's the Broncos, well, right? Yeah. The Denver Broncos. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about colors for a second. All right. On the base trim, you have about all the colors: Velocity blue, Eruption green, Shadow black, Azure gray, tri-coat, that'll cost extra, carbonized gray, ruby red tinted clear coat, that'll cost extra, marsh gray, looks like it'll cost extra, desert sand will probably cost extra, and Oxford white. And actually, I think Eruption green costs extra too. So there you go. Now those colors are all available in the Big Ben as well. There are 4 different interior options for the Big Ben. So you have cloth with the dark space gray with black onyx, or you can get the medium sandstone with black onyx. Now, for the marine grade vinyl, you can get black onyx interior, or you can get the smoked truffle with the black onyx. So you have different options there for the Big Ben there. Freewheeling package is optional. It does get black onyx interior, marine grade vinyl, and that is available in Velocity blue, Eruption green, Shadow black, Marsh gray, desert sand, and Oxford white. But wait a minute, hold on. Let me put my hand over the columns. Backtrack a second. Freewheeling edition comes in Velocity blue, Eruption green, Shadow black, carbonized gray, ruby red, and Oxford white. I was like, wait a minute, I thought it said an order guide. It wasn't available. So it's not available in the desert sand or the marsh gray, 2 new colors, and not available in the azure gray as well. So those are the 3 colors it's not available with. Now, Outer Banks is not available in Velocity blue, believe it or not. So Outer Banks, you can have 2 different color interiors. You have black onyx, and that'll be standard leather, by the way, or the smoked truffle with the black onyx. With not available in Velocity blue, but is available in Eruption green, Shadow black, Azure gray, not available in carbonized gray, not available in the ruby red on the Outer Banks. I think that's crazy. Is available with the marsh gray and desert sand and Oxford white. And then the Badlands is available in all the colors and available with 2 different colors, interior, marine grade or leather, but black onyx is going to be on that.
Can you describe marsh gray?
It looks a lot like a lot of people thought it was Leadfoot. So if you ever remember Leadfoot was out, it's a lot of people think it's Leadfoot. It is a little bit different shade than Leadfoot. It's more, I think it's got a little more green in it, but so.
I mean, marshy brings up green, gray. So. Yeah, I can see a greenish Leadfoot. Okay.
Only 1 color option for the strop.
So they're talking about the 2 doors. Do you know if the sales ratio is a 10-to-1 4-door to 2-door?
I don't know.
Well, and then
most of the 2 doors that we had, of course, for orders, we had a lot of Heritage Edition 2 doors, but other than that, we didn't see a lot of others.
Well, and then Peugeot says I never see 2 doors riding on the lot though, and then Ragercon says I never see a manual on the lot. That seems to be because dealers don't order them. So could it be true for the 2-door that they just don't order 2-door?
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, some of the vehicles on dealer lots are turn downs, but not anymore. Most of it's probably stock. Like all of ours are stocks, and most everything that we're ordering 4 doors because most people will probably want a 4-door, and we don't order a lot of manuals.
Mhm.
So, and it's possibly based on, not based on availability, but based on the fact that if you find one out there, you can probably get past and go, okay, well, I can, manual's not a must have, so
Yeah.
then you're more willing to go, okay, well, I'll take it, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
whereas if it's a manual, you can have people that are totally put off by it.
Now, I know some
So.
people absolutely love the 2-door for going off-roading, but I can tell you I prefer the 4-door.
Yeah, I have we were on Bronco off roading with a 2-door, and I'm like, that's okay. I'll take my 4-door.
I prefer the stance of the 4-door.
Yeah, I like the stability more. I mean,
Yeah.
on the 2-door, it is narrower, and there are some places that it might be a little bit tighter, but that's what the trail turn assist is for on the 4-door.
Yeah.
And on, if I have to back up a little bit, I will. But plus, I like the ride of the 4-door going down the road. So, but that's just me. Of course, the Straub edition is only available in the Oxford white paint color, but also comes with the Code Orange, which, by the way, Code Orange, the first time using it outside of the Raptor family is on this edition here. But it is a special edition, so it is what it is. On the Raptor, you have 3 different color options, or 2 different color option interiors. You can get a marine grade and a black onyx, or you can get the leather with the black onyx, or leather with the blue with the black onyx, and available in all the colors we talked about already. So a Raptor is available in all those colors. And then Heritage Edition is available in Robin's Egg Blue, Shadow Black, Azure Gray, Carbonized Gray, and Ruby Red tinted clear coat. There you go. That's that. Now we've been completely through the order guide. Believe it or not. And it's 9 o'clock. See y'all later. No, just kidding. Anyway, so there's that. Right. And now everybody has left the live stream with the exception of Ragnar Khan and Peugeot and myself. I'm kidding. There's still 77 people in there. All right. Anyway, so there's that. I'll be doing a video on that. So it's yeah. So there you go. A lot more changes than what I was really expecting. When I heard that they weren't going to redesign the 25 from some people on the inside, I heard they weren't going to redesign the 25. I really thought that there wasn't going to be a lot of changes. I'm like I said, I'm really disappointed in what some of the things they removed from the Big Ben. They added a lot of package to the Big Ben, and for whatever reason, I'm not surprised by adding the Black Diamond package to the Big Ben. Really, I don't know if you need the Black Appearance package on the Outer Banks. I like having the option. Was that available on the Badlands? I don't remember. I'm gonna get to know this pretty well. On the Badlands, was that? Oh, I almost flipped right to it. Yes, Black Appearance pack is available on Big Ben, Outer Banks, and Badlands. Yeah, so I like that on the Badlands as well, but I don't know. I guess for me, I don't know. I mean, on the Outer Banks would be cool having black wheels, but I don't know if I was somebody and I would have that Outer Banks of body color door handles, fender flares, and everything, why I'd want to downgrade that from anything by putting that package. Maybe I'd want some black wheels and and you can get a black painted hardtop, right, as a standalone option, right? I don't know. Anyway, that Big Ben, my opinion, and taking away they're taking away all the things. The reason that I chose a Big Ben to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, really, here's my opinion. I feel like they almost made the Big Ben the new Black Diamond.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can still standard cloth seats and carpeted flooring and such, and and some of that stuff, and the grill still like it is. But by the way, I hate the Big Ben grill. I'm just not a big fan of it. That's just me. I'm a person. If you look at the Big Ben, the grill is the only thing that's carbonized gray on it, unless you got a hard top. If the cloth top, it's black. The fender flares are black. The door handles are black. The bumpers are black. Everything else is a black about it except for just the grill, which is carbonized gray, and that's just kind of one of those things that just I like the look of the Big Ben grill better. But that's again just an opinion on for me. And that would be an option. I can go Black Diamond package, get that grill, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I was looking at it and I would probably, if I were ordering today, I'd probably go, oh shoot, I might go base. But Black Diamond package does require Sasquatch though. No, sorry, doesn't. So I could get a Black Diamond, get you the vinyl seats, get you the advanced 4x4, which would be nice, standard rear locker. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Did it come with the rear locker? I don't remember. But you get the auxiliary switches, which is what I'd want. I use three of the 6. The powder coated steel bumper, which it looks all right. The bash plates, that give me the bash plates. That grab handle, which I wouldn't want to lose that anyway. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of cool. LED fog lights. There's where I get my fog lights back. The rock rails, which I changed out on my Bronco, and then the rubberized flooring, and then get you the black wheels, which I'd probably switch out anyway and put a different wheel on anyway. But I guess if I were looking anymore, I'd go Big Ben with the Black Diamond package because I like that look, but I'd probably even go Black Appearance package because I'd want that other grill. And what really drives me nuts is, okay, and the reason they do this, you might ask, well, why do they show the Black Diamond, the Black Appearance package on the Big Ben that gives you the black mirror caps and the black door handles and such when it already gets that? And that's because that package is on several different trim levels. So it's just making sure that you know that's what you're going to get. So it doesn't really switch those out, which really, in my opinion, should make that package cheaper on the Big Ben because it doesn't change those out because it already has that. But when you put it on like the Outer Banks, it does change the look of it. But and then the graphics, can't wait to see what that looks like. And then the shadow black painted roof. I don't know. There you go. Oh well, there we go. There's enough for that. All right. Rebelle Rally.
Yes.
All right. I don't really have an Is It True, but I got a fun little video. I'm going to pop it into the chat in a second. We're going to talk Rebelle Rally. Let me go ahead and pop in this video link here, and I will put it in the show notes as well. For anybody that's leaving, doesn't want to talk Rebelle Rally, shame on you. No, just kidding. But here is this link to this video that's kind of fun. It's Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. They did that in conjunction with Ford, and it's kind of fun raising a baby Bronco, and shows a horse that has birthed a little baby Bronco, and then it's too wild for it. He has to go to Bronco off rodeo. It's kind of funny. You just watch it, and it's kind of silly. Anyway, so that's fun. So you can watch that if you like, and I'll put it in the description of this video as well when we're done. So for those that are watching the replay. But other than that, let's talk Rebelle Rally. And
Yes.
let me pull this down. I probably need to go out a little bit. I don't know if we can see the whole points. I don't know if we can. Let me see if I can make it a little wider. What's on the other side of that? Oh, nothing. Just says the
While
driver.
you're doing that, Rodricon said, note to self, don't wear camouflage clothing. Makes it difficult to cut yourself out in Photoshop for thumbnails. Also, you said that you weren't getting a new Bronco, so Rodricon's response, I liked it. It wasn't, hey, Tim's wife. It was Sarah's mom.
Yeah, we'll probably Expedition order banks open up next week. Looking forward to seeing pricing on that. Yes. I really wish his brand manager would send me the order guide ahead of time. Just send me the Expedition this week and let me fix all your mess ups. Anyway,
right?
Anyway, but
do we feel like this was a refresh?
This was not.
No.
There's a lot of package changes. You'll see that. Even if you look at some of the others, there's some package changes or maybe a new package. Every year you'll see a new package or a change or something. Anyway, so here's the other thought, and that we've kind of like Derek and I were talking about this, is that you look at like the Big Ben removing some of these things that makes you think, well, then the price should be cheaper. But what we've seen in some of the other models is like on the Lightning, people are like, oh, so they took things off and kept the price the same. So they make it look like there's no price increase. But what they did is they took some things off and kept the price the same. So I don't know
Yeah.
if the Big Ben will be this any lower. So maybe it'll be the same price, and then maybe the base will come down, come in lower.
Yeah.
So
So like Chris said, 2026, that's an anniversary year, isn't it? So we'll probably see some changes there.
from okay, so from what I'm hearing is that they were trying to get a refresh for this year, but they weren't ready.
Yeah. Well, it's better to release it next year.
And I think at a certain point they were just like, let's leave it for 26. So, but they don't have to, because if you look back at like the years between Gen 1 and Gen 2 was like 11, wasn't it like 11 years? Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. There was a gen that was only two or 3 years that they had the same before they changed it up. So I mean,
Bronco has a history of not being consistent.
Like all the other models, it's consistently 6 years. You'll see a redesign, and every 3 years a refresh. Bronco Sport was 4 years, right? Am I right? Was that 4 years? I think it was 4 years on the Bronco Sport. So there are already people saying, hey, in 2026 it's going to change. And like, or not 2020, they said 2027. And I'm like, no, not really. So they don't have to. Some models will stick to that, but
how many trims for two-door?
Base, Badlands, and Strop.
Okay.
But Strop is limited edition. So really you only have 2.
Yeah. And Peugeot says he feels like they essentially changed it into 2 categories, adventure and hardcore.
Yeah.
And then he has an important Bronco question. Which Broncos will have the heavy-duty steering rack?
That is a great question, because they really don't spell it out in the order guide.
No.
Like if you look in the order guide, it really doesn't tell you. From what I understand, anything I thought was Haas 3.0. So I assume Badlands, if you add a 3.0 and then the Raptor and the Strop edition, I would assume.
Yeah. But now, do you think that they'll let you update the leather seats in the 25 Heritage, the leather seats that were in the higher price Heritage, instead of blue cloth?
Probably not.
They're probably going to keep that limited to those.
I didn't look. Well, I did look at I did look at that. There was no option for that. So
right. Are the 35-inch spare tire covers new for 25?
I think so. I didn't really go into too much of that. I'll probably go into more of the others, but so I think last year, because they put a little star beside anything that's new for this year, and so they have a 35-inch spare tire cover Abstract Bronco, which is like the 32 was already that's listed above. They got a 35-inch spare tire cover for Bronco 66, just like the option up above, and then 35-inch spare tire cover for the Ford TG stamping, which is also up above, and then a 35-inch spare tire cover Sasquatch 1 and Sasquatch 2. So, and then they all require Sasquatch package, by the way, because 35-inch tires, right? Factory thing. So they won't let you order the 35-inch spare tire cover if you don't have the 35-inch tire for your vehicle.
That makes sense.
But these are dealer installed options, so the dealer is supposed to put it on when it comes in. So, if you're somebody that's like, you know what, I'm not going to get a Sasquatch package, but I am going to upgrade. Like for me, I got my tires later and put them on. Then I want the bigger wheel cover, but they'll be available through Ford Accessories. So
yeah, 2.7 EcoBoost is back for the OBX. And Peugeot put that in there a few times.
Yes. So the 2.7 liter is available. Hold on a second, because I feel like it's available. Yes, 2.7. Okay, so the base and Big Ben is 2.3 liter only. And then you go to the Outer Banks. It is available in the 2.3 or the 2.7. Sorry, I thought I went over that. So I'm getting this confused with the recording I did earlier that I'm reshooting.
You may have gone over it. I just noticed that he had put it in there twice, so I wanted to make sure that we did.
Outer Banks can get the 2.7 liter. Outer Banks is, whether it be 2.3 or 2.7, automatic only.
Yeah.
Whereas Base and Big Ben, you can get the manual with the 2.3. Badlands, you can get the 2.3 or the 2.7. And then the Strop is 2.7 only. Raptor is 3.0 liter, of course, only. And Heritage Edition is, I think, only 2.3 liter. No, wait, you can get 2.7 as well in that one too. 2.3 or 2.7
Okay.
in that one too. So you get the 2.7 on basically everything but the Big Ben and the base. So
Okay.
they've really, I feel like too, I kind of agree with in a sense that they kind of made it to where, the Big Ben and Outer Banks, like I said, is kind of like more of a, I feel like if you see a 2-point or a 2-door, that's your hardcore trim. That
Yeah.
can be.
So he says Badlands is 4-door 2.7. No, 2-door Badlands 2.7.
On the Badlands?
Yeah. So he's saying that the 2.7 is available on 4-door, but not the 2-door.
4-door only. Yep. 2.7 4-door only. Good catch.
All right.
Yep.
And Ragnar Khan says that you were correct on the amount of speakers, but the way speakers are counted is a little goofy, so we'll see.
Yeah. I'm not a audio person though myself, so.
All right.
All right. We mentioned the
All right. Rebelle Rally.
So let's talk about. So for those of you that we covered this a little last year. For those that want to follow along, that's kind of hard to see. Let's go to this route. So rebellerally.com. It's REBELLE rally.com. If you want to follow along, you can go to it's already kicked me to scoring because I think okay, I guess I just picked it. There you go. So if you go to the home page, there's a lot of information in here. You can go to live and you go to the team bios and you can learn more about the teams in there. You can go to live standings, live scoring, and live tracking. So if you're under the live section, you can go to live standings and that'll be updated. Like it says live, right? So if you go to the standings, there's 2 different classes, 4x4 class, and there's the X cross. So Brian and Melissa Clark, Melissa Clark. I always throw those names together. They're just friends of ours, so I always take them together. But Melissa Clark is in the X cross class with the Bronco Sports, a bone stock Bronco Sport. I don't even think they changed the tires on it. I think they keep the standard tires. Anyway, they're in the X Cross. There's 7 vehicles in the X Cross. Those are vehicles that don't have a true 2-speed transfer case. So they have the advanced 4-wheel drive system in that. Catherine Reinhardt is her navigator and bone stock right there. And so they're in second place. They're only 9 points behind. This in here actually shows 9 points. What did it show earlier? Anyway, so they're only 9 points behind first place. So that's better. And then each day you can break it down. So today was day 4, so you can kind of see. So, and every day they do something different. They had some marathon days, if you kind of follow along with it, they'll have a base camp. So day 1, they had a base camp. They went out and did some stuff in a loop, came back and ended at that base camp that night. Well, then they had to pack up their stuff. It was a 2-day marathon, and they basically had to pack up their tents and everything. They're staying in tents, their own tents and everything. But at the base camps, they actually feed them dinner and stuff.
Right.
But on the marathon days, they have to get their own dinner that night. So day 2, they head out away from that location, pack up their tents and everything, and head out. But everything has to fit in their vehicle or on their vehicle, all supplies and everything for the whole week. And they headed out, and then they stopped at a certain location. Everybody stopped there. They had to put their tents out and then also pack up their tents the next day, feed themselves, and then moved on. And they got to base camp last night. And then today they headed out from that base camp. And I think they might do that tomorrow before packing up and headed to another marathon, they call it. Anyway, but these are the different checkpoints. Greens they have to hit greens. That keeps them going in the direction they need to go. That helps them and keep them kind of where they need to be going. Blues are a little bit easier. They actually have like flags that show the blues. They're a little bit easier. They're like poles. I think the greens maybe are big flags. but then the blues are just poles. So if you're in the area, you might be able to see the poles from a distance. And then the black diamonds are ones that are they're invisible spots
Where do you go to find
So-
the standings?
under live.
Under live. Okay. There we go.
Yep. And then let's check out the standings for the 4x4
That's where I
class.
was just headed.
Bronco Raptors, all those would fit into that class. Shelby Hall and Rory Lewis. By the way, Shelby Hall won the first Rebelle Rally for the first Bronco Sport the first year that it entered. And then Melissa's won ever since in the Bronco Sport. But Shelby Hall, they're doing pretty good. They are only now they're 21 points behind, but 92% of the checkpoints. That's pretty good after 4 days. So they're doing well. And then we have another Bronco Raptor, Laura Wanlass, and then Penny Dale. They're in a bone stock Bronco Raptor, and Shelby Hall is as well. And then there's also another Ford team in a Bronco Wild Track. Again, it's all about Baja, and there's a lot of dunes out here. So Wild Track's a good vehicle for that, as well as the Raptors. Anyway, Carissa Hayden and Trista Smith. A lot of these will do other racing as well. They're in the bone stock Wild Track. They're doing pretty good. And
What's Amanda's number this year?
189.
Oh, there it is.
14th. So some of these teams are sponsored by like Ford Performance. And so, like we said, Melissa, they're sponsored by Ford Performance. So is Shelby Hall's team. 188, I think, is also a Ford Performance team, as well as I think 131. You can tell if you look at the videos and the live streams that they do by whether or not they have the Ford Performance graphics on them, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I think this one here is also a Ford Performance, and then Bailey Campbell in the Bronco Raptor or the Ranger Raptor, sorry, they're doing pretty good too, and they're really liking that, and they're in 7th. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bronco teams in the top 7. And those are all the Ford Performance teams. And then all these other ones down here, Amanda Walden is the first privateer.
Yes.
It means they get their own sponsors. This costs like, you looked it up to it. What's the cost on this stuff? Isn't it like $15,000 or something?
Yeah. You're looking at $15,000 to start out. You also need to buy tires.
You got to,
Yeah,
all
you
that stuff.
have
The
to
unit,
buy
if you want to go to
everything
the school and everything, it costs you money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expense
I think to
into
enter,
it.
it's like $5,000. And then from there, it's like another $10,000 for everything that they say you're going to need, including your tires and everything else.
They do have a requirement list that you have to have.
And then one person last year who was competing said that she put in how much she was paying for her vehicle for the year into her financing for the Rebelle. She put in her payments towards her car because she's using it for Rebelle specifically.
Yeah. But there's several people in here that are privateers. There's some rookies in here. There's the highest rookie team is 17th place. They're 120. A lot of people I know in the chat was talking about that. So you can go on YouTube. You can go to the Rebelle Rally, find their YouTube channel, and they live stream in the morning at 6:45 their time, California time, and then again at 7:30. So
I want to say Alana was the other one that was training with us last year.
I think so. And they're
she's
in number
18th.
147, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another privateer. Yep. So yeah, fun stuff. So anyway, yep, there's a lot of them in there in that 4x4 class. And then some other Jill Camino. She is she's an auto journalist. She is in a.
She does YouTube videos.
She's in a Dodge. She's in a Ram this year. I think she was in something last year. In fact, I think they were in the X Cross category last year, if I remember right. But she's a driver for one of the teams in a bone stock Ram. That'll probably get stuck. Just saying. It'll probably get stuck. Anyway, let's see. There are some Rubicon 4XEs, that are doing okay. But, I don't know. Is the one at the top of 4XE? No, it's not. Again, Ford's saying they won't make a, plug-in hybrid until no compromise there. And that's testing them like this and getting them out there in these different courses like this and getting them out in the dunes and all that. And the 4xEs are heavier. You know what? They're going to sink into that sand a little bit and make it a little bit harder to get through.
Yep.
That group down here is, and not necessarily it's all about the driver. It's all about navigation too, because you got to get all the points. To get points, you got to get the check marks, and that means plotting out your spots. Again, there's no navigation. It's all maps and compasses. And I think today they said they were on a different scale map than they were before.
Yeah.
So
Ragnar Khan says he really wanted to watch this Rebelle Rally, but not sure when a good time to watch is. Tuned into it earlier, and it was just a camera pointing into the middle of nowhere with no commentary.
Yeah.
So I think...
Yeah, they've had some...
I think they're trying to stay live and just have a consistent live stream going.
They plan it. I've noticed the evening ones are this way. Typically, you do the morning one. It's kind of fun because the morning they interview the people as they're coming through, as they're heading out for their day and that kind of stuff. And that one, I noticed they're really consistent on when they start, and they seem
because everyone's a consistent start time.
Yeah, because they're all there. And so some of them, I mean, like one the other night was the live stream started, and it was like 20 minutes of like nothing, and I'm like, really?
So they must be having the stream going constantly while people are coming in, but you don't have a constant stream of...
Well, then what they should do is then put the camera on the finish line and show the people what's going down on the base camp, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just a blue, one of them was just a white screen. I saw a white screen for 15 minutes. So I don't know. So I joked. Should I tell you weren't there?
I wasn't.
Okay. So it's just a joke. Okay. Just a joke for those people that aren't Ford lovers. But I was like, well, what do you expect? It is powered by Toyota. So I was just a joke. Because it is sponsored by Toyota. So
I have a comment on the Toyota Tundra that I want to tell you later.
So anyway, it's all in fun though.
Anyways, so Ryder wants to know what in the world is the Ford integrated tether system? I've heard of that before on a live stream, but clearly didn't pay attention to what you said about it.
Okay, that is the FITS system. So it is, all about it.
Yes.
Tell them.
Well, and I like M. Peugeot's answer. FITS, it's what your children throw. So it basically, you have your tethers on the back of the seat and tethers on the front of the seat. So that way when you're rear facing, you have the FITS?
No, this is not. This is the integration system. Not, you're thinking of the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children.
Okay.
This is not the tether system like that. This is remember the Maverick FITS system?
The thing I have a problem with.
The FITS.
So, FITS, you have little interlocking cubby holes or slots throughout the vehicle, the interior of your vehicle, that you can use with accessories. For instance, cup holders. So in the back row, you do have access to one while people are sitting there that you can put cup holders in. I use it for a trash bin. And there's copious amounts of things that people have come up with to put on that FITS system slot. There are more of them in the underseat storage. It's great if you're using the underseat storage. If you have kids, you cannot reach it, so you have access to one. That's my problem with it. But it's wonderful. It truly is. It's a good idea, and it's wonderful for 3D printing. You can 3D print
the little
accessories.
The little slots in there, and Ford has different systems that they come up with. Now they threw in this thing just to put the plug in there, but Ford has made, and this one doesn't show them. Yeah, okay, this is not the one I wanted. Let me back up here and find the right one. But
people have also taken that and they've made molds of it and they've taken measurements so they can make new accessories for it. Well, one of the things on the Maverick is the cubby. You have a cubby up by that screen that has no point. So they've made little, what would you call that? Container? A container that fits in there that you can put change or whatever you want in there that fits in there. And they have added a FITS interlocking hole on it. So you can add a phone mount, or I saw someone add a sauce mount. So it's the perfect size for those sauce cups they get at like Sonic or whatnot. and you can put them on there, and now you have somewhere for your sauce to be.
So what Ford's going to do is they're going to do something like this behind the console. So you have that little slot that'll be behind the console in the Bronco, because they mentioned the cup holders. So in the Bronco, there's no cup holders, right? So then you can use this fit system similar to this, and you have 2 cup holders back there, and it'll slide into that. On my Bronco, I have the IAG cup holders. It's a magnet there, and I can tell you we've kicked it and it's moved on us.
Yes.
So it's not the best system.
No.
But they'll have a fit system now in the back. You can also put little trash cans. So now in the Maverick, they have them underneath underseat storage as well.
That's what I have a problem with.
So you can have the trash cans there and the dividers and such like that. So that's what they have in there. Now this company is making the different ones. They also there's one that you can see the garbage bags. And there, they also have this here where you can take your cord, wrap it around, put your phone on top, and lay it up there, and then you can charge your phone. So again, it's different little fit systems. Then you can get the 3D printed mold and then make your own. And there's companies out there that have made a bunch of them. So anyway, it's bringing that to the Bronco will help. Like if you want to, looks like to me, Ford's probably going to have some cup holder. What did it say in the order guide?
Cup holder option.
Here. So it'll get a base plate, it says in there, but that'll probably be what's going to go on the back of the console. It says a Bronco branded console cup holder, probably similar to what we saw there. And then also Bronco branded small and large bins, otherwise trash cans. So they're going to give you a couple different things with that kit and that package. So anyway, so that's kind of cool. So again, we've seen it in the Maverick. So check out the Maverick community and they can tell you all about it. Anyway, all right. So we see if Ford has got the order guide up or the build and price up yet.
If they have build and price, that would mean that they have to have prices.
So what's really funny is, check this out. Not only do they not have build and price anything about 25 model year, but they still have 23. We had a 23 Bronco in about 9 months at our dealership. Anyway, so yeah, they don't have it ready to go, and they have this. So, and I think, I thought this is what it was supposed to be when I thought this is where you register. No, this just says get information, and then you fill it out. And fill out your information. That's all that's about. And they don't have anything in here about 25 model year at all. Now, sometimes what you can do is you can go to the shop. I've noticed that, and go to build and price. And sometimes you can go down here where they'll tell you the current ones, right? Which is a 24 Bronco. And then like Maverick still says 24. But if you continue down, you can get into future vehicles, and like the 25 Bronco Sports there, and the 25 Maverick is there. And that's where you would find hopefully the Bronco, but it's not there. Now, some of them you can just go in, just like we did with the Ranger. It already has 25, switched over to 25. I don't know why they haven't switched over to the Maverick. It's kind of silly. Still have 23 Transit Connect, 24 Expedition, but there you go. So they're just kind of waiting for that. I don't know when that'll be up. Probably have, as soon as we get price guidelines, we'll probably have a build and price on our website before Ford will have it on theirs. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, there's that. So should we look and see if we have order guides? Anyway, that's all I really had for tonight.
Okay.
So
I have a few other questions.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to answer them.
But I have a random question. On the Ranger Raptor, I noticed a lever inside the center console that located inside of a sort of hidden compartment. Do you know what it does?
Inside the
center console.
Oh, inside the center console. Okay. There is a what?
In a hidden compartment, there's a lever. Do we have a Ranger Raptor?
No. Got a Ranger. It shouldn't be any different than a regular Ranger.
Interesting. I'll go see if we can figure that out, Patrick.
Sometimes we
All right.
wait long enough. Yep, still no prices on Bronco. Yeah.
Dave Boyd. Yep. Dave would know.
Yeah.
Should I be concerned that my salesperson is no longer with the company?
You see that happen from time to time. If performance is low, they'll let a salesperson go. You just got to find out who's in charge of your vehicle now. We do that. We've had somebody that left here, and as soon as they leave, we take any working customers that he had and give it to another person so they can reach out and contact them.
So I would just call your dealership and say, hey, I was working with this person. Can you get me in touch with my new sales associate?
Yep. Orders will
get you from
especially if you ordered with the dealership. The orders with
Yeah.
the dealership, not with the salesperson, technically. So the order's still going to be in there. They're not going to like cancel the order because the salesperson left. So
Yeah.
You'd probably want to just reach out to sales manager and then go from there. So
Yep. So now the Pro Trailer will cost $400? Question mark. This $100 plus the already expected $300.
Yeah, that is kind of I mean, I don't know how else you could say that, but that's kind of crappy of Ford to have people know that, hey, the price is gonna go up $100 because we know it's a job too, and you couldn't get your. So that begs the question is if you'd ordered late enough and you didn't get scheduled. The problem is they're going to try to schedule everything that's in there. That's a job one.
Yeah.
They're going to try to schedule and not be a job two.
Paul Newbert said, looks like they did overcommit on Mavericks. Somebody posted on Maverick Truck Club. Just got an email that my build for the 25 Lariat has been moved from week of November 11th to week of December 2nd.
See, and we noticed that this week that they weren't scheduling for the first week in December, but the second and third week instead. Whereas all the other models, it was the first 3 weeks. So it does look like maybe some of those got pushed or something. Production hasn't started for another month, but it could have been they overcommitted, or it could have been a supplier issue too.
That too.
If they're not delivering, because maybe they won't actually be able to start production on the week of the 11th. So that's a possibility.
And then Stuart has ordered a 24 F-150 XL 103A M66H. Do you think it will get released to production still?
Is that if it's been scheduled, released to production still? So it has to get scheduled first. So,
yes.
But they're still building. Wait, no, they're not. They're done with production on.
They're done with scheduling, aren't they?
They're done with scheduling. So if it hasn't been scheduled yet, it will not get scheduled as a 24. You'll have to put in a 25 model year order. You have to put in a new order. Now, if it's already scheduled, I think they're still producing vehicles. When do they? Man, I can't remember now. I'm trying to remember when production starts on 25 model year. Where's my little sheet? My little cheat sheet here. 24 model year F-150. They are. No, they're done production. They're done with. Looks like they started job one. Oh no, job one production starts not till November 12th. So they will produce. Oh, there's the balance out date. They will produce F-150s at Dearborn through November 12th. So if you're scheduled for production date, then you're gonna get built. But if you're not scheduled yet, then you need to order a 25 model year.
Yeah,
that should have been the easy answer for you.
All right, those are the questions I had.
There you go. All right. Okay. Well, nothing else. It's been a long day trying to look over Bronco stuff. A little disappointed they don't have prices. Would love to talk pricing too as well and see how it compares. But we don't have that. So hopefully we'll get it tomorrow. Hopefully build and price something I can use tomorrow for my videos. And hopefully we'll start working our way through the Broncos. I'd love to be able to see a build and price so I can see what a base is going to look like for the videos. So I might have to skip over base and go to the other trim levels if I need to. But we'll get through the order guide and all those for the Bronco. And I might actually have to do the Ranger first
Possibly.
because Ranger's available. It's going anyway. But we'll get those videos as soon as we can and out for you guys. And yeah, there you go. Well, thanks for joining us and having some fun talking Bronco. I enjoy talking Bronco as well as Maverick. So it's one of my favorite, vehicles. Having a Bronco myself, it's always fun talking about that. But anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully, you guys have a great evening. And oh yeah, I did talk about pricing. He just said in here, not quite that much. We are going to do invoice pricing and all in any ordered Bronco. We're going to do invoice pricing, and if you finance with us, $1,000 off of that. So that is a deal we're doing, and we're also including up to $1,000 of your expenses paid for to go to Bronco Off Rodeo that you'll get from buying your Bronco. So you get one free registration. Can't purchase a second registration, but you can use your Ford Pass points towards that second registration. And we're going to cover hotel, flights, that kind of thing, and expenses up to $1,000 to get you to the Bronco Off Rodeo as well. Even at invoice, even if you finance, you get $1,000 off if you finance. That $1,000, we're using a different account to use for that, and that is something we're doing anyway. So that's yeah, I think it's pretty good. And not only that, but I've been told today that we will also do that deal. Now we're not doing that on the Straub edition because we don't know how many we're getting of those, but we are going to do that same deal of invoice pricing on a Bronco Raptor. So all trim levels except for the Straub edition. Invoice, even a Heritage Edition, even base, even a Bronco Raptor. So there you go. There's that deal. So that's we'll do that same deal on our videos on all the Bronco lineup as we go through those as well. But there you go. All right. Next week, yeah, we might be talking mach-e. Somebody's like, good night. And next week, talk mach-e. What day's the 24th? Yeah, I won't be talking Expedition because that won't be till the 24th. So even if I got it ahead of time, I won't be able to talk about it. But the 22nd, we can talk mach-e. Or anything else coming out the 22nd? I don't know. It seems busy. Anyway, we'll talk more Ford stuff next week. And until then, stay positive. Be kind to one another.
And be kind to yourself.
We'll see you guys later.